I could take us there, we could be aware of our existence that floats within the air. All we wanna find, just some peace of mind, just a space to consider our own good time. It's that gap that's lost, the price, pay the cost, and the choices we made between both of us. In the space between, you and I had seen what was true and real and what it all would mean. Light that shone upon me till it was gone, all of when I was found and then lost beyond. In the flow of this, all we have with this, all the time that we shared within all of this.
So there you go, chat. You are quite right, Echo. It is indeed, that is a sample of a new song from our new album that my band The Road is working on. And that is myself and Zach. That song is called Symmetry. So suddenly no more progressive rock. No, there is progressive music on there for sure. But this album definitely has quite a different feel in a lot of ways from the previous one. The tentative title of the album is Exodus, but we don't have that completely figured out yet. But in any case, thank you, Mrs. Dunsel. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this album is coming together, and it is featuring one Mr. Zach Clay. So you're going to get a chance to hear more of that as we move along. We've actually just about got all of the songs. Many of them are done. Some of them are done and like outlined, but not all mixed yet. Some of them are waiting for trumpet to be added. Some of them are, and there's a few of them that are just fragments and need to be fleshed out. But we're making good progress, and my guess would be that I don't know if we'll hit it by the end of the year. I think there's a chance we could, but certainly early next year, if not by the end of this year, we would have our fourth album coming out, which is, not bad. I mean, listen, a lot of bands never get anything out, so 4 albums, that's not a bad little discography that we can put together. Anyway, welcome everybody to the final cast of Tuesday, the 22nd, and we are here with the Arvocalists and Neocab. I'm very excited to get back into this and to just chillax with all of you as we look at the vaguely dystopian near future with some chill cab drivers. That's basically what we're looking at. So. Yeah, it was a good call, Echo. Yep. Partially because you could get that little marimba in the background and other stuff, and you might even have heard Zach singing underneath my vocal. There might have been a little bit of Zach Clay vocals going on there. Anyway, but it's good to see everybody here. You already know the drill on this, so I'm not going to go through this again much because we already talked about it. But again, if you haven't already done so, please follow the channel. Please, if you haven't done so, check on our YouTube, the !ArvTube, Discord, !ArvCord, Twitter, !ArvTweets, website, arvanelaron.com, financially, !Arv shop for merchandise, head to acapella of the Dark Side Clones, yeah. Exclamation point Arv Treon is the Patreon, which is really the financial backbone of the channel. And obviously subbing to the channel is much appreciated. You can get those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. And if you haven't done so, please check out on the publishing side, exclamation point Icarus, my Icarus graphic novel from Athos Arts, exclamation point Library, Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, and exclamation point Grayshade KS for details about my Grayshade Kickstarter. July 6th will be, 2 weeks from today, will be the announcement of the Kickstarter launch date, and it is going to indeed be late summer, early fall. I now have the date. I know when all the dates are going to be, so we're going to be announcing that in a couple of weeks and start building the pipe, so it's going to be good times. But for right now, what we've got, and as always, I can't forget, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, very important to affirm and assert the importance and significance of Black lives, and of course, exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention, important to reach out to others when you need help and to reach out to others when they need help as well. So we've already had a really fun day today of streaming. We did Rain City earlier today, and then I just did a really fun session of Solasta over Crown of the Magister over on GOG with Pen and Pixels, and now the time has come for us to return to the world of noir. and to do so by introducing these amazing voice actors. So I apologize for interrupting them, as I no doubt did. And
You
then
apologize for introducing us. How
I
dare you?
apologize for introducing
I
you
apologize.
unreservedly.
Here they are.
I'm always very sorry you have to introduce us.
For
I'm so
these
sorry.
It's a shame you have to do your job, Greg.
for these amazing people. And here they are. It is the incredible Arvocalists -1. Little Red Dot is not with us today, has got some stuff that she's dealing with. She will be back with us next month, but Dot is awesome, and you should follow all of her stuff on Cobalt Press and on her own channel. And you will see a return of Dot next month. But we have the other three amazing and more than worthy members of the Arvocalists to be able to regale you for the next few hours with some noir neo-cab voicings. And we'll start by talking to the gentleman with the hat.
We found some vagrants on the street to bring in to read some plats.
Exactly. I start with someone who's had a perfectly normal day today. Everything has just been fine, and that's
Yeah, Zach, how has your day been?
and that's of course Darkside Rob.
Oh, hi.
Everything is just fine.
How are you doing?
How you doing, Rob? How's the apartment? I hope it's. I mean,
I've spent most of the day playing Proxy Plumber, and it's not even the fun kind in a video game that just happened during E3 this past week. But yeah, it's normally when I'm not, times are tough. You got to make the money when ends meet when it's possible. Looking at a toilet and going, I don't know how to fix that is a good way to make absolutely no money. But yeah, so
Indeed.
How are you all doing? I'm your host, Master Ceremonies, Darkside Rob. I have my own Twitch channel on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/. No, damn, it's just so many years, and I can't break myself free of it. Twitch.tv/Darkside Rob, RAHB. I normally cast there when I'm not frantically emailing my landlord, telling them, please, oh God, my toilet is about to explode. Please send help. But yes, so that was my day today, and it was hot in New York, and then it rained a lot, and I felt very tired because of heat and rain. And then I showed up here because I was contractually obligated to do so, because I'd like to keep my kneecaps. Wait, did I say that? Did I say that? Arv, did I do it right?
Funny guy, this
again?
Rob. Funny guy.
Should
Funny.
I do it from the start?
Funny guy. Funny guy.
I see
How'd you like your joints to
fine print?
How'd you like your joints to bend the right way? Okay, let's. But
It's
yes,
been a great session today. And
I stream on Twitch TV. You can find I do voice acting. I do audiobooks. I do music composition, music production, electronic music, rock, jazz, standards, musical theater, all that stuff. You can find the vast majority of the stuff that I do on Twitch TV, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. Eventually, once I figure out what the hell a TikTok is, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm watching, just like flipping through I'm used to flipping this way. Now I'm flipping that way.
Little candies.
Oh, wait, I thought those were Hojos or Ho-Hos no, those are Howard Johnsons, and Ho-Hos are, never mind.
I'm glad that's helpful. Got
what
you
happens
on the
This
right
is a
track.
legendary Pokemon.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Anyway, but yes, that's me, and I'm happy to be here. No, really. No, I'm seriously happy to be here. I'm just very tired, but we'll have fun. I hope you're all having fun.
we will have fun.
I take a journey, you take a journey, we take a journey together.
We will have
into
have
Neo
fun.
Cab.
And it is
Russ.
always a pleasure to have Rob with us, and also a pleasure to have. Actually, it's not Russ. It's on the column.
Zach, I can't
it's Zach.
see what the order is.
Zach is next
I'm
on
looking
the
at the
column. But not and still always the top of our hearts, or all of you three equally. But in the column at the moment, it's Zach is next down. So Zach, how are you doing? How's life in the universe? As I was pointing out, Echo immediately figured out that song that we played was an excerpt from a song that we have on our new album. So so everybody already knew that you're in the band, but now they can hear that you've actually been working in, doing work. It's not just there for the posters and the fame. It's the hard work that you're doing behind the scenes to actually make the music that is happening. So how are you doing? How's life in the universe with you, musically and otherwise?
I'm doing great today because I'm not looking at the stream, but someone just subscribed, right?
No, somebody
Or
just
hosted?
Rob hosted.
Sorry.
Rob hosted. Thanks, Rob, for hosting. So
do what I can when I can.
I'm doing great. Yes, being a part of the road is amazing. I am joined here by my close friend, the setting sun, as you can see on my face. And I'm excited to do some voices today. As far as my life at this moment, it's about to be D&D and D&D and D&D and D&D. Because as some of you who have watched our Esper Genesis stream know, which is also a kind of D&D show, I am a counselor for a D&D summer camp that's starting in a week. And because of schedules with that, I will be running D&D every day for a month soon enough. So that is going to be my life for a bit. And I'm very excited about it. But I'm also very excited to hop into some NeoCab and continue this very riveting story. So let's do it.
It's good stuff. Thank you, Zach. Always a pleasure. And also a pleasure to have now, of course, a pleasure to have in his office. Echo was pointing out, he's like, it's like I somehow kidnapped Russ. And I was like, if you think about it, you could put like, so you got my purple, Rob, slightly less purple. So you could just have this whole straight line that leads over to Russ, in the office, and just claim that was just three different different parts of the room, basically, because, Russ is his own office now. Like he's got everything about it. He's got his own office and books behind him, and there's no monk picture anymore, but it's all good.
It's a miracle. The monks are here in spirit.
Yes, we don't have Russ Budaman behind him, so it's fortunate.
How are you doing, Russ? How's life as the homeowner?
I'm doing great. This place is a miracle. It's wonderful. It's I lovingly refer to it as the broken Maserati, because it's like this luxury house that we bought intentionally as a fixer because we get a great deal on it. So everything that breaks requires the one person in the world who knows how to fix it, and they're very expensive. But when we have sinks and pipes and drywall not exploding and other things of that nature, this place it's great.
Oh boy, I thought I had a day. Apparently you.
Yeah, I'm my own superintendent, Rob. I call me.
And this is why I will never
take care of it.
And this is why I will never own a home. Yeah, that's the reason why I will never own a home. Because I choose not to. That's why I will never own a home.
It is right. It's like Bloomberg. It's like Bloomberg posting that thing.
That's the reason.
Like, it's okay if everyone becomes renters. And everyone's like, I wonder why Bloomberg is. It's fine. It's fine. If you all want to rent from the landlords, that's fine.
As BlackRock pulls the strings behind Bloomberg. That's fine. That's fine. You like renting, right?
Renting is right. Oh man, but it's great to see you, Russ. Russ and I had a big discussion about this.
Let's play taxi cab capitalism simulator.
I was gonna say, like, now we do this. It's like
we're in a world where I'm sure nobody owns their own cars and have to make a Capra Cash payment every month to keep using their car.
Exactly.
This game was actually originally called Nuber Cab.
Nuber Cab. It's actually like it actually was just called Real Life, like True Life. This game if it wasn't for things like Aganon, I would be like, this game is awfully, but then Aganon happens. I'm like, well, maybe not quite.
Neither.
But
flowers for NeoCab.
Let's get into it, gentlemen. Let us make this happen with the power of what? God damn it!
God.
It's already done.
It's been a lovely stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So wait, do I start by reading this? Do I read the notes? Okay, notes.
It's already done. It's back.
Check
if it's already back.
Cables are
now we'll
properly
get started.
and
The
securely
click,
connected.
The sound, and then it's like you got.
Is number two a new character?
Every time.
Input source device is on.
That's great.
As I was saying,
so it'll be Ring Fit Adventure today.
Yes.
And
let's watch
the epic tale of.
Fortunately, the updates are super fast. There used to be a day where, like, the update, seeing that, you'd be like, well, my day is over for the next 48 hours.
Yes. Yeah. If this were on PS4, you'd be doing this by the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
It's true. All right, press LR. I did.
Now you got to make. Okay, do you own the controller?
Yeah, I know. I do.
Click the controller.
Has the controller identified what it is?
Hold the controller up to the switch.
Yes.
Make sure it can see it.
Are you sure?
Make sure it reads the barcode.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Let us continue.
So
you have now entered the Switch controller
zone.
Question and answer mode.
Yes.
Okay.
So I know usually Dot voices our main character, which is Savvy. Is that her name? Right?
Sounds right.
Yep.
And so I
Savvy.
voice her, and then if the friend comes up, then I guess someone else can voice the friend, and we can kind of get.
I wonder if this happened before. It might have been that we just stopped right after this.
I think we
so it wasn't
stopped-
at the beginning of
I
it,
don't.
so.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't
remember.
remember, but anyway.
Okay, so yeah, so go to it. Take over.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'd seen LOPD officers on the news before. The cold black screens where their faces should be. I tried to keep from looking back, from moving around too much, from looking as suspicious as I felt. Seeing one in person rattled my nerves even more. Where was I supposed to look?
Yeah, I remember this being bizarre because we had already encountered one of these earlier
Yeah,
in the
and
game.
it was acting
and so,
like we had never seen one before.
Do you want me to do this?
Oh no, I was doing.
Oh,
the
yeah,
cup
you were
this
there.
time.
Oh, you're doing the
Yes,
cup?
I'm
All right.
yeah.
Do it.
I need to see your license and registration.
Right, of course. I swiped accept on my phone. My ID flashed onto a screen. I was in the system.
It says here, Cactus Flats.
That's where I'm from.
What's your address, ma'am?
I don't have one yet.
You don't have one yet?
I just moved here. I'm trying to get in touch with my friend. We're supposed to be roommates.
Oh well, you can go then. That's fine.
That's the secret password to get the cops to go away.
But you said roommate. That's the magic word.
Yeah. So I'll know soon. I just don't right now. Great job, Lena. Not suspicious at all. Oh, okay, Savvy's the friend's name. Lena's.
Do you know why you've been pulled over?
It gets more speak and spell every time. you know why. You.
That's why it's so unsettling.
Do you know how slow you were going, officer?
Do you? No.
I don't think I was speeding.
You made an illegal pickup in a designated Capra zone.
For my last pickup? That was on the other side of town. How would he have seen me? I was only there for 10 seconds. It had to be that Capra car that passed by. I didn't realize. Sorry, I didn't know. Sorry.
Okay, you can go. I mean,
Thanks. Bye.
That's 45 Capra cash for the AV zone violation. I see your Capra Cash wallet has the funds. Great. I can just withdraw the coins directly. Beep,
Hey,
beep.
booby trap pig.
Enjoy being bankrupt.
Wait, a fine and they'd hit my Capra Cash account? How could they do that? No, are you gonna go there? Okay. I didn't know that.
You're new in town,
Yes, very.
so you're probably not aware of friends of the LOPD.
I'm not.
Well, we throw a yearly policeman's ball. It's a great time.
What?
Really helps the community. It's an initiative supported by the Friends of the LOPD, a charitable organization made up of citizens
Citizens like you. Yeah.
like you.
Is their acronym really LOPT?
Yeah.
Would you be interested in making a donation?
Sure.
think I
45
just
Capra
did.
Cash. What you just, yeah.
If this was how things operated in Los Ojos, did I have to play ball?
I suggest you play ball. Folks normally donate about 20 Capra Cash.
It's totally a donation you can't turn down.
I can't. I'm low on cash. You know.
I can see you can't even afford this ticket.
Jerk!
Tell you what, I'll round it down just so you don't go to collections. Your fine will be automatically deducted from your wallet. And the violation will appear on your record unless you contest it in court. Any questions?
Yes. Does your screen prevent breaking?
I couldn't put myself in Capra's pocket.
No.
No.
Say it again.
You know, you really stick out on the road.
Like a middle finger.
Mm-hmm.
Neo Cab. Most people use Capra.
I felt his words in the pit of my stomach.
Drive safe, Miss Romero. Beep, boop, boop.
Is your brother a Camaro?
Mhm. I waited until my breathing slowed before I started the car again. My fuel grid was deep in the deep red. No surprise. All I wanted to do was end a bad day with a good sleep. But thanks to Savvy's disappearing act, that wasn't an option. Either way, though, I had to make up for that ticket. I needed the money, so I needed a PAX. What's a PAX?
I don't know what
Big event that a lot of people go to every year, but they're not doing them right now because of.
Oh yeah.
Or
yeah.
a piece. Let's see.
I like how the field grid says, "Are you okay?"
Are you alright? I am the law. Are you okay?
Did you literally lost all of your? Oh my god.
You may be
Yeah,
feeling
you have
anger, fear, or
nothing.
disgust.
That
All of the
sucks.
above.
$6. All right.
Yes, Echo. Exactly.
Well, we could get Gideon DeKalb. All right.
Gideon.
Sam Lucas, that guy. Risa Gold. Tony Colton. Fiona Pack. I think we've had some of these.
Not sure if we've had her.
Her
Stan's
this one?
machine.
Risa Gold, you talk about?
Or,
Yeah, I don't think we've had Risa Gold.
or the one Miss Pack that you were just on.
I thought we did though. Wasn't that the one who was like the? Oh, darling. I don't know. We had her early on, and then she met up with our scarf-wearing friend, and they took.
We definitely haven't had the
no,
trainer.
I think that was the kind of. That was the physicist witch lady, right?
Yeah, didn't she have white hair?
Yeah, I don't think.
No,
it
there was
looked
another
like
person
her.
though.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, it's
Wow. Available balance.
none. I don't know.
All right. Well, either way, in terms of where, because we actually don't even have any money to get fueled up right now, so we got to get a ride.
Oh wow.
So let's pick up
Yeah.
Risa Gold here. AI trainer,
Yes.
clean data set, clean mind. Night 5, the Combine District. Los Ojos.
Los
California.
ojos.
Excuse me.
Loading.
Oh, we've had her before. Okay, I didn't realize.
I wasn't surprised that Risa was alone this time, but I was surprised that she'd called me again.
Oh, this is the one that
Was
was
she
with the
the-
jerk
the
that guy.
girlfriend?
Oh, yeah, we have it. I actually did this. I think I did her voice before,
think
so
that's
this
probably right.
works
Perfect.
out.
Didn't she think human drivers were ticking time bombs or whatever?
Hi there. It says you're taking me to sacred geometry, right?
Sure does.
Good. Sorry, just had to make sure since I can't see the nav like I'm in a Capra.
Well, look who it is, the lady who thinks I'm a murderer. No money for me. How about no?
Have you heard from Anthony since that last ride?
Thankfully not. I don't know what I was thinking with him. Dating men in the tech world is like learning how to joust.
In the tech world.
It can be useful for academic purposes, but there's truly no practical value for it in today's society.
That's interesting. And you're right, Garlic. Yeah, I agree.
And speaking of that ride, I wanted to apologize.
By giving you a $500 tip. No,
Please.
I feel I may have expressed my views in an alien. We're off to the
easy
races.
for you to say.
I feel I may have expressed my views in an alienating manner. Although properly tuned machines are proven to have less potential for error than humans, that's not your fault.
This apology was off to a rough start.
I'm sorry for reducing you to a component of the ongoing automation conflicts. That's the best I could do. Deal with it.
All right, sleep well, Echo.
Later, Echo.
Thanks. I think.
Thanks, I think.
The way you intervened, it made me realize something. I don't interact with real people as much as I used to.
That certainly doesn't show.
Maybe not enough.
This is probably safer. Is that why you went on that date? Because you were cold? So,
I hope that date didn't turn you away for good.
No, quite the opposite, actually. Everybody at work talked about Meet Cute's innovative... Wait, let me try that again.
Meet cute.
Everybody at work talked about Meet Cute's innovative algorithm, so I had to test it. After the date went so poorly, I dug into their code and saw how rudimentary I was. I can't even say it, it was so rudimentary. All of their data was by user input. They weren't collecting anything. It was disgusting.
it was disgusting that they're not collecting data.
Yeah, she's one of them.
Woo.
Any machine is only as good as the data it learns from, which is why I'm here.
To learn
She-
from you.
She's on the
To
side of the
steal
machines.
all your data.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrifying as it may be.
So this ride is for science?
I was really hoping you would go with the second option.
Thought about it a lot.
Research. Yes. Like any number of iterative processes. I do at Sacred G.
Sounds
processes.
Fascinating.
In my work, it's imperative to have enough research. I train AIs to function without mistakes. If I allow a greater margin of error than is reasonable, dire things could happen.
What things?
Sometimes just minor accidents, and sometimes injuries or deaths.
Like we're thinking about this thing called Skynet, and
Other times, anomalies that could threaten the social fabric of our world. Isn't that fun?
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, it's far too complicated for you. You just drive.
it's not your fault though.
It's those earrings. No. Much more than lives are at stake. Does that surprise you?
Sure, a little.
Well, did you know this? We can't launch an AI until its margin of error drops to 0.003%.
Actually, I do want to know what the AI does. I'm tempted to be like, but that means, but actually I want to know what it does.
So, what does your AI do?
Right now, I'm training Sacred Geometry's home care nurse bot. I hate that word.
I can see why you're so worried about errors.
Exactly. The home care units aren't just companions. They're sex bots. No, they take samples, do basic analysis, dispense medicine, or otherwise known as medicine, call for services, and monitor vitals.
Yes.
They're medicinal nurses.
They're medicinal hearses. They only work once. No, wait, what? And they have acuity in 200 cognition building games.
Which is really just 200 versions of Tetris. But they have acuity in
Yes.
that.
It's all different versions of Klondike. Or Solitaire,
Sounds
sorry.
Fun?
I like to think it is, yeah. Yes. Little. Anyway, it's my view that 0.003% is too wide of an error margin to launch. And, you know, if you've seen the movie Failure to Launch... Sorry, I'm getting off track. Too much is at stake. I'm hungry. We keep talking about steak. Eat food. But we already have millions of pre-orders. Oh my god, is this a Nintendo product?
I know, right?
Will they not be ready for launch?
They're unprecedented demand. This is sort of like...
They're already on eBay.
But you can get it below that, right?
I'm trying to, but it's not budging.
Yikes. That does sound stressful.
See? You understand my fears.
I understand my bank
Or at
account.
least you like nodding so that I'll pay you a tip.
Exactly.
Maybe all I see is the probability of risk. But I'm not imagining it. Just because no one wants to see it doesn't make it any less real.
It sounds pretty bleak. Like, really bleak.
Is there any reason why you've been driving around the same block? Never mind.
No, it's totally not for my inner monologue. Sure, we all make constant risk assessments in the back of our minds. Avoid that pothole, eat that chip off the floor.
But don't eat the chip from that pothole.
Yeah, that's not good. No one does that.
But making it your primary way to view the world? Definitely not healthy. What do you do outside work?
What do you mean? What is this thing outside work? There's an outside work?
Those
I thought there was
words
only
aren't meant
inside
to be
work.
combined.
I'm sorry, it's COVID. I haven't left my house in 12 years.
Work balance.
Yes. Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. Am I stuttering? My work is my priority. This is the first real conversation I've had in 30 years. I've had since that terrible date.
30 years ago.
I
was
slipped
tempted
into
to
a
do this,
wormhole,
but,
but
like-
I've stayed the same age.
I'm starting a
you
small
serious?
press garlic tofu. Oh, man.
Are you serious?
In case you hadn't noticed, my sense of humor is underdeveloped. It has a 0.03000201% chance of activating. Yes, I'm serious.
Sorry. My mind's all over the place tonight.
Keep it on the road.
That sounds rough, buddy.
Thank you for understanding. I've been in the office most days and nights, training CHAINS.
Chains? Chains? Is that what that means?
Shit, why didn't we think to call it that in the first place?
Chains?
We've been calling it CHAINS this whole
Proper
time.
pronunciation.
We thought originally to call it
Are
Chaos, but
you
then that damn
kidding
trailer
me?
came out and
Are you kidding me? Look at
oh,
this.
that's the
Yeah, go ahead.
that's the project code
Why
name.
is it called
It's-
chains?
It stands for Complete Home Artificial Intelligence Nursing System.
Oh my
Chains!
It's totally benevolent, you guys.
god. It's part of its sister program, Shackles, which is
Yes.
so. Hey, every.
And the overall AI system, Handcuffs.
Yes.
Would you say you're in chains? No,
Yes.
My name's not Alice. Anyway,
How hard was it to come up with that name?
how many acronyms do you think we normally come up with? Lots of them.
Oh.
Anyway,
Wow.
the bot came up with
Of course it did.
We plugged in some descriptors and it spat out suggestions. That was the one that was the least shitty.
yeah.
Maybe it was trying to tell you something.
Give me a better job to do? Yeah, no, we thought about that too. What do you mean?
Chains?
Nothing.
Chaos.
I thought it was funny is all, Chains?
Apparently your sense of humor is as bad as mine. Anyway,
Yeah.
I promised my team I could get the error margin to 0.001%. That's less than 1 in case you haven't been paying attention. Or lower if they agree to delay the launch by 1 week. That's a unit of time. They did. Now, I can't remember the last time I saw daylight. I think I might be turning into a vampire.
How much time do you have left?
Several days before it all goes away.
30 seconds before I explode. 2 weeks. 3 days. I'm not optimistic, but I can't give up. Never gonna give you up.
You can do it. Just change the protocol to handcuffs. The new.
You can do it!
You can do it. I mean, probably.
That's sweet, but you have no idea what you're talking about. That's nice, but you have no evidence at all of my abilities, so how would you know? She's like gonna be in anger mode this entire evening.
Because you're passionate.
Maybe I am, but if a value can't be quantified or measured, it's not relevant to the work.
Yep, we found a Vulcan.
Yep.
Yes. And you can't plot passion on a grid.
Sure you can. Just use that emotion sensor thingy.
Exactly.
I had found Riza?
I think it's Risa. I think. But
I had found Risa tough at first. Distant, cold, even arrogant.
and I found
Gamey,
her. She was right.
hard to
she
chew.
still is.
Exactly what she
Yeah.
was.
Yep. But now I could see she was actually much different.
Tougher, colder, more arrogant.
Even
She actually had no heart at all.
she was passionate and sincere. Uh-oh, I feel some lovey-dovey energies coming along. And suffocating from her own perfectionism. Doing all right back there?
So far, so good. I know what you're thinking. I can read minds. And stop doing that. Everybody's scared of progress, but you can't stop it. Not rationally. Because you can't weigh the cost of a few jobs against the benefits to the world. That's math anyone can do. It's why companies like Capra are succeeding, and you'll be out of a job in a week.
She had to say it.
That said, I'm not one of those people who thinks machines are about to start doing everything for us. I just really wish that they will.
Why are you telling me this?
Because it's important to me that you know this. One day you will be replaced by a Burger King kiosk. No, for now, at least, we still need human trainers like me.
Oh, good. As long as you're okay. Like, that's... Oh, God, I'm so tempted. We need the money. Don't even have enough fuel. All right.
It's a
And
good
she
thing,
skips
isn't
out without paying.
Yeah, right.
Why? It means our technology is flawed. I dream of the day I can make myself obsolete. I really do. And then I'll throw myself into the clouds.
it sounds sad.
I don't think so. Then I will have served my purpose and return to the Matrix.
But you seem sad.
But I'm smiling. Am I crying too? I can't tell. I just have resting programmer face.
It's like that meme with the kid who starts like, he's like, ha ha ha, oh, 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 and he just starts crying. Like,
Yeah.
that's basically-
Yes. I'm just tired. I've been resting my head on my hair.
For someone on a tight deadline, she was really lingering in my car.
I think that's more your fault than mine. You're the one... I have to admit, it was pleasant to talk with someone. I'd forgotten I could do that. With you.
Wow.
Have a drink with her.
Yeah, do it.
But that's gonna set up something. You know, look.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
If this ends up
Look,
as a,
she definitely has enough money to buy you a drink, so...
it's not that. It's that I don't. You know, look.
Alright, do the thing to make sure she pays you.
No, I'm not worried about that. It's, you know.
Just good luck with your work is a good middle ground. Yeah. Good luck with your work.
Ooh.
Thank you, Lena. Have a nice night. And drive safe while you have a job.
Are you aware of the Friends of Risa Club?
Yes. I watched her take quick, neat steps into the dark office. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. She moved like a knotted muscle, and it made me anxious. Did I want her to loosen up because I was worried about her well-being? Or because I was worried about my job?
That brought a tear to my eye.
Money, 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 money.
Come on.
Come on.
Give me the thing.
Give me.
Yeah, 5 stars.
Pleasant chat, worth the safety risk. Will likely...
Worth the safety risk. Now that's an epitaph. I was a pleasant chat. Worth the safety risk.
She only risked my life once.
What's up, Raka?
Will likely call again. Ah, adorable. What a wonderful first date.
$6.
Wait. That's it? $6, isn't that? I guess that.
You
that-
literally drove a block.
Oh man.
It was well after midnight, and I'd met my ride quota. I checked my field grid. Red.
Oh, don't we have no money
crimson
though?
like blood. I had it in me to push on for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest.
You have no money.
Yeah, we gotta push on. Like,
I decided to push on. Every PAX was a chance to learn the city and earn some coin. Earn some coin.
earn some coin.
Yes.
It's hot tonight in Los Ojos. Yeah. Okay. 636, low balance. Yeah, thanks, Capra. I noticed.
Yeah. Hey, but
okay.
you're back at 5 complete stars now.
That's true. Okay. Where are... Whoops.
So that means we can pick up a malcontent.
No. It means that we need to make sure that we still have some money by the end of this.
on.
There's our car. I mean, we could pick up that dude right there, but the problem is, like...
Pick up the guy with the occult symbols on
What
his
is-
forehead again.
Oh.
Those are all because we don't have enough charge. So we
Yep,
got to go pick
you
up
read
some
my mind.
charge. So let's go find. Oh, that guy's the freaking. No. We're not going to Aganon.
You do not want to hear the words of wisdom of the world.
Klaus Berg, though. Our boy Klaus Berg.
Lausberg.
And we're not going to a nightclub. All right. We're going to do Klaus Berg, so we're going there.
Bounce machine.
Yeah, Aganon tanked your rating, so
Yep.
he probably was the one who got you pulled over.
After I freaking entertained his nonsense, and I was just like, yes, the crow does consume the head of the worm or whatever, and he was like, yes, 2 stars. Like, shut up, you son of a thing sucks.
Yikes.
All life is an Ouroboros.
A little low when I didn't know
silence.
Aganon?
Damn
I
it.
didn't know when I'd be able to charge up. Oh god. He's following me. Totally different game now.
Do you feel the need to charge up? Come to the juice bar by Capra.
Each bar would set me back $1.10, about what I expect these days.
All right, fill her up.
Sank back into my car, becoming an ooze.
Hey, what's up, Configuration Queen?
Configuration Queen.
There's a lot, CQ, that has gone on. I'm not sure how to, yeah.
Lots of agony.
Klausberg.
Klausberg.
Birdie, birdie,
Klausberg.
birdie, birdie, birdie.
All right,
Forget
Klaus Berg. That'll be
Klausberg.
Russ doing Klaus Berg.
I'm
Now,
gonna step
we'll
away
have
for a
no
second
other
and I'll be right
podcasts. We will destroy.
I wonder wer Gunther went.
When I arrived, Klaus was waiting with someone on the pavement. He gave me a blank nod and extinguished his cigarette on the streetlight.
Leaping up to get there.
Very cool.
Good evening.
Oh, well, that should be Rob.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's who?
So, yeah, you're right. I think Klaus is the guy with the tie.
Klausberg.
Klaus Berg. And I don't know who that person is.
Do you want me to voice this guy until Rob gets back?
Yeah, sure. Once Rob returns.
Hello.
Yeah,
Were
both
those-
German.
Were those German
One
accents?
was.
Yeah, no. I used to keep track of how many different accents I'd hear in a night. I hadn't heard German in ages. Oh god, I can't do German. Are those German accents I hear?
Yes.
They put their hands on their knees. They weren't talking. Were they waiting for me to say something? They were waiting for me to say something.
Just say it again. Germany, huh?
Are you new to Los Ojos? Ojos? Yes, goodness. Me too. I'm from Cactus Flats. If you're new to Los Ojos, you definitely won't know Cactus Flats.
Please be silent. Your anxiety troubles me.
What's that saying? Not a bad place to visit, not a good place to stay. But I don't know. Maybe I'll end up back there. I don't know.
You are a robot. Yes.
No. You must tell us if you are a machine.
You will tell us. We have ways of making you
You
tell
must
us if
tell
you are a
us.
machine.
If you are a machine.
That is the law.
Oh, wow, CQ. Well, I'm glad you're able to get a bit of rest with us hanging out.
Why do you think I'm a robot?
Well, we understand that the American taxi companies are putting in, what is the word?
Robot drivers?
No,
Two
Anschluss.
words. Yeah, robot drivers, but in self-driving taxis. They still do not drive the car. Oh no, it is for appearances.
Having a robot in the car is more comfortable for the customer, you know. I may or may not really be German. You'll have to find out through the course of this car ride.
This is my friend from New Delhi.
Yes.
More friendly, it has personality.
Yes. I am originally German, but I moved to Uzbekistan.
What?
Yes, and more exciting. Self-driving cars are much more efficient, but you cannot carry out a conversation with the car.
Well, you could with the car computer, but it would be a disembodied voice, very creepy.
This is the part of NeoCab where we dance.
But the stunts machine, no good, sterile and unfriendly.
Yeah, so we hear that the companies are putting robots in the taxis.
A pilot program.
Do we understand correctly? You are a robot?
I've never heard of anything like that.
We read it in... Oh, what is it called?
Bullshit magazine.
Yeah.
Eric Zambata.
Yeah, we read Eric Zambata. Yes.
Eric Zambata.
It's one of his projects. I think I know him. He's in a band.
No! 9!
Yeah.
You must know him! You must know him! Know him!
You will know. You are all witnesses.
He is the famous American entrepreneur!
What's up, Eldis?
Very famous! So, my friends and I having this discussion. We think you are one of these robots, you admit.
Do I act like a robot to you?
Oh, you wily robot, very much so.
You thought we were new to Los Ojos, so you told us what is topical about the city.
You initiate a helpful and informative conversation based on available data. You demonstrate basic pattern recognition.
That's what happens when you're human.
Or, basic politeness. Well, I'm not a robot.
Huh.
Huh. I don't know what kind of robots you guys hang out with, but I'm clearly a human being.
You claim to be human.
What is your favorite book? Do androids dream of electric sheep? He doubted himself too.
Then you will not object to proving it.
Do you want me to have you keep going, Zach, or do you want to just keep on leading
No,
with
Rob,
switching
please.
over?
Take
I'm so sorry. I didn't know there was going to be another passenger, and
Oh,
I had to
no.
make a call. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So right now she's trying to convince these two Germans that she's not a robot. And so
Yes.
Russ
Okay.
is playing Klausberg, which is the pluving it, and the other one, we don't know what his name is, but is also convinced that this must be a robot. So
Okay. The Higgs guy.
Yeah, the Higgs Gary.
This is a verbal test.
Yeah, from Blade Runner. Simply a few questions.
I told you.
Revealing questions.
What the heck? What is Higgs Gary?
Are you quite serious?
You're
Yes,
most
and also
definitely
not
a robot now.
Yeah, exactly.
It is the most foremost assessment tool to distinguish between artificial and human intelligence. I'm doing the worst German accent ever right now. Let me fix that.
It's okay, my friends from New Delhi.
Yeah.
He wandered through New Delhi, Berlin by way of Calcutta.
Yeah.
No artificial intelligence has ever passed the Higgs Gary.
No one. The Higgs Gary tests humanity, not
Do you-
knowledge.
Do you always have to scream? He does this
Sometimes.
all the time.
Sometimes, always.
Identify
A
all the
robot
sheep in these
intelligence.
pictures. Sorry.
A robot intelligence can recite all of human knowledge.
But that does not mean it is human.
A human is messy, emotional, complicated, beautiful.
That's Lena.
A robot is optimized and efficient. It is what a human can never be.
No. Nine.
Let us begin.
Yes. Yeah, let us begin.
This felt like a test from the universe to keep my cool. One that I would probably fail.
Right. We need the money though, CQ. I can't do it? Oh,
No.
all right.
Wait a sec.
Your aunt makes a racist comment at your birthday party.
This 100% is Android's Dream Electric Sheep. This is exactly what this is.
I'd be mortified.
You meet your favorite artist. You tell him his early work is much better than what he produces now. Why did you do that?
Because my aunt made a racist comment at the party, duh. Like, obviously. I'm so tempted to do that. Yeah.
Don't you love my shirt? It's wonderful. It's H&M.
My favorite artist wouldn't be a man.
That doesn't affect the test.
To you.
Mine would be, though.
Just answer the
yeah.
question, please.
Let's see.
I wouldn't do that.
But you have.
Why?
It's good to be honest.
A homeless man picks your pocket.
Don't worry, there are only 400 more questions.
He probably needs the money more than I do. I'd leave him alone.
I tell him where you lived, though.
You have a young son. He asks to see your breast.
I say, that's because I'm nursing, and I ask why these questions are coming from people who have never seen a woman.
Which one do you show him? No, I'm kidding.
What? I would not do any of this. I'd take him to a doctor. That would freak me out. What? Hello?
Jesus, guys.
Please answer the question.
I did with Jesus.
Are you sure you didn't want to pick up Agnon?
You know what? I'm beginning to question.
I'm still here.
Tell me if you've heard this one before. You have a young son. He asks to see your breast. You hold up a chicken. No, I'm kidding.
I would politely but firmly explain the concept of boundaries.
Yeah, they asked it again, CQ, because I didn't answer it properly. Because this is not actually what I would do, but...
Your pet pig eats your friend's best dress. She wants to watch you discipline your pig.
What? I don't...
I ordered Nicolas Cage to take it back so that he can go hunt truffles in peace.
She can back off, it's my pig. I would just...
I would discipline the pig in my own time and in my own way.
Oink, oink!
After intercourse... Sorry, that's... There's not usually sounds that go along with this test, but we're just playing it by ear this time. After intercourse, your husband tells you he would kill a man to protect you.
I show him the pet pig. No,
He tells you that he's already killed a dog. He tells you that he killed the dog 3 hours ago.
3 hours ago.
He tells you, yes, I already said that, Hans, don't worry. He tells you that you knew this dog. Confusing, Hillness. That's what these questions are. It's what's worse is that they have them all memorized.
My husband clearly needs help. We'd work on his problems together.
Without the dog, because the dog is...
Aha, you don't have a husband, you have a roommate. Sorry, I jumped in.
Your best friend has an affair with your son, and they ask you to pay for the abortion!
I realized this is what happened when I didn't let him see the breast and explain what... Yeah.
Is this the same son who wanted to grab my boob?
Exactly.
The very same!
It doesn't affect the test.
Oh my god. Yes?
Just answer the question, robot driver.
Suddenly
French now? What's
we have
going
not
on?
there.
We're going to
I'm
Napoleon.
from
is in the
Alsace-Lorraine!
back. Who won the war again, Russ?
Your best friend has an affair with your son. They ask you to pay for the abortion.
Answer the question. Don't wait for the translation. Answer me now.
That's what they needed, I'd do it.
Your father sends one. Your father sends you worms in the mail. One of the worms clings to life.
Worms.
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 Called Dad and asked if he was okay.
Well, sadly, that is the end of the test.
You failed, past. And perfect timing, too.
We'd arrived at a club in Liberty Heights, the Haunt. It was hard to say whether the decor was ghost-themed or just black.
You will receive no tip for being a robot.
How'd I do? How did I?
I know,
How'd I?
it doesn't, it's not,
No? Oh,
it's not letting me...
Okay.
Hello?
And now we murder you for being a robot.
Oh.
Is that important?
We really do have to go.
Wait, you made me take that test and you won't even tell me how I did?
What do you think?
To be honest, I'm finding it quite hard to be certain.
Yes, me as well.
Where had I gone wrong in my life that people weren't even sure whether I was human?
I mean, like, people is putting a little bit of a...
Yeah.
Human, I'm human!
Are you kidding me?
Either she's an incredible robot.
A below average human.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
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 Yeah. But it is impossible to be sure.
We must open you up.
All right. You've had your fun, okay?
We should cut off her head to be sure.
To be sure. To be sure.
We should err on the side of her being a robot. No tip.
Agreed. No tip.
Your test is absurd. There were definitely moments that made me wish I were a robot. Not someone desperately trying not to lose it in front of her packs.
Do we have to pay the fare even though we've determined that you're a robot?
That depends as to whether you want me to drive this directly into the side of that building. How's that sound?
Yes.
She doesn't deny being a robot!
Yes. I noticed that as well.
There was a line for the
Are we the
haunt.
same?
Bye. Stretching right around the block. Klaus and Merrick disappeared to join it. I'll never get what makes people wait in lines that long for a drink. But what do I know? I'm just a robot. End
Lots of
credits.
questions.
This is gonna go well. 1 star, not a robot. Clearly a robot. What? Wow.
It's because they think you're a robot.
This game is crazy.
Say the line.
Say the line. Say it.
Perfect driver, a marvel of modern engineering, not the person.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Wow, we got 762 off of that too.
Beautiful.
Apparently, that's the lubricant for your gears.
Look at that, 3 5s.
Crasher.
Coin earned, coin spent. Available
I'd
balance
cringe
now.
every time I see that name.
You have enough to buy 2 cappuccinos.
I know, right? All right, we have 10
Two
bucks.
cappuccinos.
That's
I hate everything.
What's that new icon?
that one is
Those-
like
yeah,
0.
that weird one.
That's the one
If-
we're staying at because we can't afford literally anything else.
What is it? Oh, is it
Zach,
just
you
parking
literally
lot?
a lot.
just invented whatever Starbucks will make when they make a Bitcoin competitor.
It's a free parking lot. Yay!
Boy, you like sleeping in comfort.
Was I really doing this? Sleeping in my car? That's not that bad. Come on.
I've done it.
I guess so.
You feel like garbage tomorrow.
My bank account would feel good in the morning, even if I didn't.
I mean, my bank account would feel heavily injured in the morning still.
I pulled over and hoped for the best. I got about 45 minutes of really good sleep until the sound of autonomous garbage trucks knocking cans around shook me out of it. No way I was getting to sleep after that.
Well, that
Back to work.
seems bad. Night 6.
Night 6.
It's never daytime here.
Nope. Yeah, what does she do during the day?
There is no
Sleeps.
day in There's no day in Los Ojos.
I felt nervous as hell, my stomach all in knots. My feel grid shone red like a warning light on my wrist.
She actually lives in Dark City.
Yeah, she lives in the Shadowfell. I checked my phone for another message from Savvy the second I woke up. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Aganon, pick me up today.
Pick me up.
please.
Do it.
Please, God, no. Please, God, no.
Ooh, message from Savvy.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
So this is normally me, so maybe we should do a special alternate voiceover
Do you want me to-
version.
Do you want me to do
Yeah.
it, Lena?
Yeah.
Or Savvy?
Yep.
Lena, are you there? I'm scared. Please let me know as soon as you get this.
I'm scared too. Your face is all over the city.
I know. I still know. They set me up. Fucking Capra. I need your help. I'm running out of time. Just one more thing and then this will all be over. I stole something. Something big. But it's locked. Encrypted.
does it cost more than 10 Capra? Because
Let's sell it. How can I help? Can we meet up?
I gotta stay in hiding until we crack this thing open. I gotta stay in hiding until we crack these files open. Can you do just one thing for me?
Can you pick up more neocab riders and ride around for a while, please?
Progress more in the plot. Wait, why? What's in there?
I need you to do more side
What's in the
quests before you can
box?
complete the main story.
what's in the box?
There's evidence on a drive. It'll clear my name. I can't say more right now. Can you deliver the files to someone who can help? Please.
I might know someone. I met this, like, quantum hacker. She can crack anything, apparently.
Perfect. Don't say any more here.
Little
You
late.
guys have said plenty.
I was just gonna say. Oh,
Can you
now
get
we
to
have to
them
keep
now?
our
Oh
plan
shit, they're
secret.
watching us. Can you get to them now?
What do I tell her?
Fucking help me. No, I'm kidding. Tell her we have a 4 terabyte. Tell her we have 4 terabyte of data. Tell her we have 4 terabyte of data. Ridiculously strong encryption and no passphrase. Ridiculously. Tell her it's life or death that we read these files.
Then what?
Say it again if she doesn't understand. Text me if your friend is for real. Then we can finally meet up. I'll send you a pin. You got this?
One more thing.
One more thing.
How am I getting these files?
Don't worry, go long. No worries at all. You already have them. I left them on that field grid I gave you.
Are you kidding me?
Are you feeling grid today? There you go.
You hid your stolen shit with me? I thought this was a present.
It was. It also happened to be the only device I had when I got my opening. Brand new, so untraceable. Bunny, I had to think fast. Please don't be mad. I have no idea what else I said.
I don't know. It did cut off by itself. It cut off by itself. Whoa, what? What?
Stabbed through the heart.
And she's too
I am the
lame.
law.
Savvy sucks. All right.
Well, I felt good about that, even the part I didn't read.
Okay, so we got to go meet up with what's her face. There's our quantum hacker, right?
Quantum hacker lady.
Isn't it Una St. Clair? That's the one.
Yes,
I think
that's
that,
her.
right? Okay. All right, let's kick it. Una St. Clair.
Shot through the heart.
Is that Carl Urban?
Night 6. Oh, I don't
Let's
remember
see.
who this was.
Let's make this. I don't remember if we had.
I don't remember who did this.
It wasn't. It was definitely not Dot.
Russ, do you want it?
Sure.
This was the quantum hackers kind of a. I don't know, sort of weird granola type you might expect to find in the Bay Area. Just kidding, Zach.
What kind of granola?
It gives me vibes of the Dr. Octopus from the Spider-Verse movie.
That's true, actually.
The female
What's her?
Doctor.
So that she's like Catherine Hahn, right? Is the actress who does that voice?
Oh yeah.
Hello, Lena, old friend, loyal driver.
Why, hello, Una darling. How's reality?
Slightly better. I've been setting people up on blind dates.
Have they worked out?
It's a shame neither of them can see each other.
I've received reports of 2 thrown drinks and 1 near fist fight. So, yes.
Thanks for agreeing to meet on such short. Ugh. Thanks for
Sorry.
agreeing to meet on such short notice. Sorry if I sounded a bit frantic just a second ago.
Certainly entropic. I'm curious, to say the least. In truth, I hoped I might see you again.
Yeah, CQ.
You seem to make a timeline more interesting, rather than less.
It's a bit too interesting lately. I'd love to have one really boring week with great tips and a real bed.
But you need a passphrase.
Yes. Badly. My friend says it's life or death.
Somehow, it always is.
Okay, so have you ever seen one of these bracelets before?
Oh dear, yes. Very on trend. Lena, very on trend, Lena. Very on Lena.
Feels good.
I'm turning into the speak and spell again.
Is your name Lena Feels Good?
Lena feels good.
Feels good. Is it?
Do you feel like I do?
It's the next Disney movie. Lena feels good. Wow. Feel grid, yes. Feel grid.
That's right. Hot new social startup recently acquired by Capra for an obscene sum. Full access to blood data, terrible privacy policy. I wouldn't get within 10 nanometers of it, which is quite close.
I was gonna say,
Quite,
isn't that
quite close.
like, I don't.
Right, it's wearing it is within 10 nanometers.
I wasn't exactly informed about any of that, okay? It was a gift. I didn't know Capra owned them. It just sounded fun to know something new about myself and maybe share it, right?
I'm not trying to scold you, dear.
But I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
Just take this as a reminder that all new technology is a meeting at a crossroads. A bargain.
Did you hear that, chat?
Keep that in mind, you're all the crossroads.
A bargain, and you're sure to get something out of it. Some new insight, some power, but... Well, you know the story. What deal did we make this time?
It's not my deal. I don't even know the details yet, and that might be for the best. I felt my heart skip a beat, a flash of instinct that whatever Sabi was doing could get me into a world of trouble. Maybe Una knew I'd been wearing stolen tech the entire time. Maybe she had sensed it.
Maybe it's the glowing screens 3 feet in front of her face.
I just know there are encrypted files stashed away in the bracelet. Can you take a look?
I already have and put them on Twitter, darling.
I already am.
Pretty much. This is like the friend that everyone wants to have but doesn't want to introduce to any other friend. You know, you're just kind of like, I know someone. Oh, can I meet them? No, you can't. You don't want to. No.
This field grid wireless protocol is amateurish at best. A total pushover. Now this file doesn't belong. Charlie _ Elliot Dat.
Charlie. That makes a ton of sense. Una stared into her hollow space, murmuring to herself.
Let's carry the one and see that. Yes, this file is something else. Military-grade quantum encryption, enforced by the underlying medium.
Yeah, but you're better than that, right?
To attempt to read this without the passphrase would be to destroy its contents. You know, it's just light inside your little bangle. A tangle of photons, twisted up tighter than you can possibly imagine. A tiny hall of mirrors.
But there's information in there too, right?
Light is information, my dear.
Passwords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
The rawest, juiciest kind of information. What are they teaching in schools these days?
I don't know, Professor from Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe.
How can you read it?
Easily.
So you can just break into it?
Oh dear, no. Impossible. Thankfully, I won't have to decrypt it.
Huh?
Don't worry. What I mean is, I'm going to open this the easy way, using its passphrase.
We don't know the passphrase.
I already know it.
Let me ask you something.
Are you a robot? No!
I have a wonderful test for you.
If you had an infinite amount of time, how would you obtain the passphrase?
Brute force.
Spend 1,000 years surfing Costa Rica.
Just keep guessing.
Exactly right. My dear, you have the knack for quantum statistics. But we don't have an infinite amount of time, do we?
To say the least.
Speed things along. I'll try every passphrase at once.
Oh, God. And the game ends with just ones and zeros.
Using
Chutzpah. You know what? Even if it's wrong, I'd go for that one.
math.
No, it's much more muscular than that.
I told you it was chutzpah.
Muscular math?
Just a little chutzpah.
I still don't understand.
Chutzpah, darling.
What's I said?
There's a way of making the world, I should say, go a bit fuzzy.
Chutzpah. You really got to spit on the next person for it to count.
It's quite a lot of practice, but
Una's eyes went glassy.
And then she had a stroke?
Light just poured from her face.
there they are.
If she was doing some sort of deep quantum massage, computation, it didn't look like much. It didn't look like much at all.
She was scratching the inside of her brain with her own mind.
Exactly.
Chutzpah. In fact, it just looked like a bored pack staring out the window.
What? I'm working!
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you did in another timeline. You're very close to this one.
I literally thought for a second that was Russ saying that, and that was not actually in the game.
I had never been scolded for something an alternate version of me had done. It felt unfair, but also sort of awesome. Maybe it was my imagination, but a chill seemed to settle in the car.
Apparently she's turning into Maxine Headroom.
Una, to say the least, was deep inside herself.
How rude.
Or outside herself, ranging through other worlds, farther and farther from this. What is she doing? Farther and farther from this one. Trying a different passphrase in each one? Hello? Any luck out there? Una emerged from her trance.
Well, lucky us.
It's amazing. You just cleared up my tinnitus. Thank you.
It only took a few quadrillion attempts.
Incidentally, I believe that this is 100% accurate. Like, she's actually doing all of that. Like, I completely believe it, you know.
What just happened?
I told you.
I beat Dark Souls.
Doctor Strange over here.
I saw nearly all the possible timelines branching out from this moment.
And how many did we beat Thanos?
It's very simple. One! Wow! Punishingly difficult, but simple.
Did you get the passphrase?
No.
Oh, yes. I got it.
That's amazing.
But I failed so many times. 5 quadrillion attempts and change.
You didn't look a day over 4.9 quadrillion.
Thank you. That takes a lot out of you.
You really saw all those other times. What?
Yes. Not with perfect clarity, but yes.
Like, do you ever
Surprisingly,
watch
they all
Disney-
took place in this car.
You ever watch Disney Plus on a not so good internet connection? It was like that.
It's like watching Disney Plus on Hulu. It's not its ideal existence.
What happened to Savvy?
Dead so many times, so many deaths.
Quadrillion times.
Oh, dead and dead and dead. Aren't you greedy?
You'll be happy to know that Klaus Berg no longer thinks you're a robot in 4 quadrillion.
I go wrestling for a needle in the haystack of reality, and all you want to know is if I found any diamonds while I was at it.
Have you seen the movie The Day After Tomorrow? It's a little bit like that.
I've seen it 4 quadrillion times now.
There you go. Tom Cruise is dreamy, isn't he?
He's all right.
Oh, no,
just
that's not The
curious.
Day After Tomorrow. That's the, what is it? I can't remember.
Live, die, repeat.
Yes, that's the one.
I know. I'm curious too about everything. That's why I got into this line of work. The passphrase is, well, it's a bit melodramatic.
It's Armageddon Ball. I hope you don't mind.
They usually are.
It's Lena.
It's pilgrims crossed airless Saharas.
Okay.
Pilgrims crossed airless.
Saharas. All lowercase with spaces.
Okay.
Had to write that down in your journal, my dear. I'm not fucking doing that again.
Just like that, I had it. Just like that.
What exactly are you going to do with this passphrase?
Help a friend.
Is that all?
What do you mean, all?
In the nearby timeline, I saw the possibility for a bit more excitement. And I like excitement.
One person's excitement is another person's extremely bad day.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I really like this person for some reason.
Well, you know how this works. You're in my debt now.
Oh, really?
Of course. My God, did you see me in the back seat? This is
5 quadrillion.
this is a very basic story. You ask a favor of the witch. Later, you pay the price.
Ah, got it.
Good. That means I won't have to turn you into a toad. If that's all, then we're right up here, dear.
She needs a
I
backup
wouldn't-
gig, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind learning more about how you do what you do. How you see the things you see. Una regarded me silently for a moment.
Be careful what you ask for. And then, when all of this is settled, come see me.
Una scooched a bit as if she was going to leave, but then instead she spoke.
My dear, there's something I need to tell you.
You don't survive in any timeline at all. You die tomorrow. Every single.
I sat here scouring all those timelines. And everything changed all around us. In one, a meteor crashed into Los Ojos. In another, a giant mutant worm rose up from below.
Aganon on his back.
A meteor? Don't we have sensors for those?
Those weren't even the most unusual events.
The one with the worm riding
Please
the
don't
meteor,
say
that
Omni-Man.
But through it all, there was a second phrase that seemed almost to match.
Hey, Myrna.
This phrase wouldn't decrypt the drive you gave me, but I felt somehow entangled with its fate. Does the phrase trust fund maggots mean anything to you?
It does, actually.
More than you know.
But we also, somebody used that term.
Somebody said that. How?
I can't say more than that. I've seen what happens if I do. But perhaps I can say your emotions are not your own.
Is the field grid like reflecting someone else's emotions?
What is that?
No, that's all I can say. Goodbye, Lena.
Una swept out of the car. Okay. She didn't zig and zag randomly like before, but walked briskly in a straight line, getting away fast. I had the passphrase. What was it? Airless Kahunga's.
Oh, come on!
It's in the journal. She comes back.
It was
One of
time
the
to see
timelines
Savvy.
said you would forget.
Hairless asses of the Sahara.
Pilgrims.
Oh, was no one else paying attention?
My favorite of all adjacent Lenas.
I'm a fan of Una St. Clair.
I swear this is Lena's hacker witch origin story.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take a look at the journal. Pilgrims crossed airless Saharas. That's
Exactly what I said. Didn't I say that? I think I said
I think
that.
that's
It's
what
fine.
you said. It was exactly
Yes.
like that. All right, we got what we
Wow.
needed, and that means we're halfway through, gentlemen. So we are going to take our break. This has actually been a lot of fun. We have made some serious progress tonight towards the goal of figuring out what the hell is going on. But we are going to take a 5-minute break.
did.
When we come back, we're going to pick up a couple more rides and then see whether we can finally break this town wide open. So in the current timeline that you're sitting in, please make sure to follow the channel and check out the amazing work of these folks below me, Darkside Rob, Zach Clay, and Russ Koopman. And we'll be right back at you folks in just a little bit after we seed a little bit of chaos.
See you, friends.
Back in a minute. can't tell you how or why we didn't work out. Walking through the air, there you go, so debonair, and my life is incomplete. Well, it's been fading every time you give me that second line. Once I read an ancient book, well, it's that one with a hero and a crook. But now that I've had a second look, I find myself within the pages. I find I'm going through the stages, and you and me, less than what I want to be. Oh yes, we do. Oh, we'll never make it through. Living as I can, as broken as I am, with all the space that lies between, and I don't know how to cross it, or how exactly that I lost it. Wasting all this time, tracing out what's yours and mine. Speaking of the place we had, and I can find it in my dreams, as meaningless as it seems, and you and me, less than what I want to be. Oh yes, we do. Oh, we'll never make it walking through the air. Oh, there you go, so debonair, and my life is incomplete. Well, it's been fading every time you give me that second line. Once I read an ancient book, it's that one with a hero and a crook. But now that I've had a second look, I find myself within the pages. I find I'm going through the stages, and you and me, less than what I want to be. Oh yes, yes we do. Oh, we'll never make it through.
this unfortunate loss, but I was tamed by fear. Another uneventful year. No solace in a never-ending routine. Never finding that irrepressible. Stop foggy road, traveled by the lonely soul. All's washed away, eroded day after day. But I must reach the end. Who knows what lurks around the bend? A sun could find a clearing or a light to get me through this cold and misty night. Light shines through the trees. Someone is looking for me. Do I hide? Do I seek? Will this make my journey complete? I must reach the end. I must see what lurks around the bend. Almost there, it's right beyond my sight. Awakened from an everlasting
All right. We are back, everyone. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. That's
Wherever
the
we
thing.
are, here it is.
We are here, and there it is. We are back, except we just have
Capra
Russ's
Cash.
office, but that's okay. We will get back underway here.
It is a beautiful office, though.
It really is.
It makes him look
What
like a
is-
midget
what's above
or a
his
small
TV?
person.
Is that like a?
It's
My brain thinks it's like a katana, sheathed. But
It's a
I can't know
batleth.
what it is.
No, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it looks more like a batleth than what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
something-
know. I mean, he's got
Something
I
on a
don't,
pedestal.
he's got this big mask collection, like tribal
Maybe
masks and stuff,
almost
but I
looks
don't
like
know
an
about.
arrow.
And he's got books up there, and I don't know about the
Mhm.
various sword, and weaponry kind of stuff. But he's Aganon basically is what we're talking about.
Agonon.
Yes.
So, that said, it is time for us to get back into this. So I hope you folks are enjoying so far the Neo Cab, which is either going to be the last session or the next to last session, but we may actually get it done today because it looks like we're closing in on the end here. And I don't know what the end's going to be.
I don't know about that.
I have no
Yeah.
idea what the ending's going to be, but it certainly
This
looks
might
like
just
we're
be the
gonna-
first arc.
And
That's
they
true.
lived happily ever after. I'm
You're
sure
about
that's how it's
1/10 of the
going.
way through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I didn't think.
Night
this was supposed to be the end
47 of.
we did make some
Right.
progress, but now we need to get some other stuff. So we need to also get some cash too. So I mean, some gas rather.
Charge.
We also need to get
Hmm.
cash too.
all. Yeah.
Sam Lucas,
Cash.
There's a cash 22.
Yeah, cash and
Gideon
cash and gas.
DeKalb, Tony Colton.
So do you need to talk to the person that said that catchphrase? The other catchphrase? The
The passphrase.
Yeah, who said that?
No,
That was
not the
Charlie,
passphrase,
wasn't
the other one.
Charlie,
the,
what's
the,
his face?
the trust fund
Trust
maggots
fund
or whatever
maggots.
that.
Who
Yeah.
said that?
I'm trying to remember
don't
who that would
remember.
be. Actually, I wonder if it would say that in the journal. This journal has been kind of useless.
Oh,
but-
yeah, you just skipped over it.
What? You're kidding me.
Yeah, it was scrawled on a van. Like 2 pictures away. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Right there.
Oh, yes. Trust fund maggots, but what?
Always got your back there, Chica.
Is that Savvy? Savvy's double agent.
guess
Charlie's the worst.
so.
Rip Sophie. It should have been Capra. God, this is so useless, this journal.
Oh, he's got your back, Chica. Savvy doesn't call her Chica, does she?
I mean, is that the movement? Is that anti-movement that what's his face that Russ has been playing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if that's true, that's this guy.
Can you
right?
see your pickup history?
Yeah, only for today, though. I think. Let me see.
Yeah, there's nothing. That's annoying.
No. Well, look, it's a pretty good guess that it's got to be related something to this anarchy thing, and we need to pick up gas.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can get gas here, and then we'll pick that guy up.
Dunk.
We don't have to worry as much about our rating or about our money now. So.
Yeah. I'd learned the hard way.
Yes,
that you
we've
gotta
got
grab the
infinite
charge
money
when you
now.
can, and not to wear heels when I'm driving.
It's true.
That's
We built it up to
right.
1/3 of what we lost yesterday.
It would cost me $1.86 per bar. A little steep, but here I was.
Let's do it.
I considered my next move.
My next move.
My next move.
Sleep.
All right. Here we go, Gideon. Tell me what I want to
Gideon.
know. I think this is that guy.
That guy.
That guy.
That guy.
All quiet on the Western Front. I mean, in DeKalb country. Nobody on the street. No lights on in the mansion. No sign of Gideon anywhere.
Nobody on the road. Nobody on the beach.
Strange.
Étranger.
Hopefully my favorite little cyborg Antifa was doing okay. In a flash, the gate swung open and Gideon flew into the car. Like Batman.
Car!
Oh, fuck this one.
That's fine.
What?
It gives me info anyway.
Her name was Gideon?
Yeah, I remember. I
Hey,
played
kid.
her.
Yep, you did.
Hey kid. Hey kid. Hey kid.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Is everything alright?
No. Yes. Can I be super honest with you? I know I don't, know you. Not really. But you're the only one who can help me.
Hearing that a lot lately.
So you have to.
What do you need?
I only have 2 hours until Yancy wakes up from her wine coma. She can shut me down remotely, and then I won't be able to move at all. So here's where you come in.
I'm listening.
My aunt, Yancy, hates her. She knows how to get me out of the suit. She's super good with tech. She's in IT. She's an IT manager.
I thought you couldn't get out of that suit until you're 18.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. If I try before then, it notifies the cops.
Well, I remember how you feel about cops. Trust fund maggots, right? Right?
With me?
Sally says the Kindermechs have a known vulnerability and she's figured out how to exploit it. I really, truly despise the fact that they're called Kindermechs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
moving on. Sorry. Anyway. Her apartment's on Northbrook in Little Guangzhou. Little green complex, really ugly. I'll point it out when we're close. This is my chance, Lena. But we gotta go now.
And what What happens when your mom sees that you're not wearing the suit?
Oh my god, I am not going back, Lena. I'm getting the fuck away from my fascist fucking mother,
Hey, take it easy.
who's a fascist fuck. Supreme Court won't emancipate. Jesus. Well, certainly not this Supreme Court. Am I right or am I right or am I right? Or am I right? Sorry. Supreme Court won't emancipate me, so I'm going to do it.
This is a really big deal, Gideon. Have you thought this through?
I'm in a fucking suit called a Kindermech. What do you think I've thought this through or not? Yes! And I know way more about this than you do. I'm not spending another day in this I don't want to stay in it, Lena. I need to get out. Come on, we gotta move, please.
When your mom wakes up, won't she be able to see that I helped you? You're wearing a camera, right?
We can delete the footage after I get out. My aunt can do that. Don't worry, Yancy won't know you helped me. Unless I tell her.
She'd better not.
Yeah. I promise, all right?
Why do your mom and your aunt hate each other?
Oh my god. There is not enough time in the world to get into that.
What will you do if you get out?
Anything I want. Start my life?
Seems reasonable.
I don't know. Go traveling. I've always wanted to go to Belize. Kiss boys, punch boys, go swimming. It's very, very interesting, very specific list.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that.
I could go in the ocean. Those are the choices.
Yeah, not great.
You've never been in the ocean?
I would fucking sink. Sometimes the humor
Pretty much,
writes
yes,
itself.
Exactly.
Wearing this, I'd sink.
Something caught Gideon's eye. A light had come on in the house.
Lena, we gotta go now.
All right, let's get you out of that thing.
Here we go, excitement.
Yes, floor it. Yes, floor it, bitch. I'm so sorry. I thought that would sound okay.
I took side streets to her aunt's apartment just in case. All I could think about were all the memories I wouldn't have if I'd been in a Kindermech as a kid. No cutting class to go see the Buddhist sand mandalas.
Yes, that certainly would have been kept
mandalas?
away from you. Mandalas, yeah.
Pretty much every concert would have been off limits.
Well, you
feel
could have
like-
recorded them all.
I feel like Yanni concerts would be in Kindermech somehow. I don't know.
And it definitely wouldn't have let me attend that anti-Capra rally in my prom dress with Savvy.
Oh.
Aunt Sally's place was very green and right above a chicken joint and a nail salon. Guess the family fortune wasn't so evenly distributed. A teenager running the chicken place stuffed wings into bright red boxes behind bulletproof glass. A couple in black jackets eating on the sidewalk. Might have been a date.
Bulletproof. Okay.
I knew this was the right choice. I trusted her to make her own decisions.
A 13-year-old kid.
A woman waved at us from the sidewalk.
My daughter's age. I would trust
I
my
mean,
daughter
I still
to a
don't think
degree.
this suit makes any sense, but
No, I mean, yeah. Like,
that's her.
There was a definite family resemblance. Thank the gods. Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah. Thanks to you.
I watched Gideon's aunt wrap her arms around the Kindermech shell and lead Gideon inside. All I could see of her was the bulk of the suit, but somehow I could tell she was crying.
I mean, you know, CQ, I don't necessarily trust it either, but any kid who's had their parent put them in something like this cannot possibly be better off with the parent. I mean, like, there's no, you know, we're not talking about a 5-year-old who's being immobilized for their own safety. I mean, this is literal enslavement, and like, you just can't.
Yeah, this is not taking a kid's iPhone away. It's encapsulating the kid in an iPhone and dictating everything they can do.
And Gideon's rudeness and problems come from her disaster of a mom, quite obviously. So, like, you know, anyway. It's probably going to screw us for the rest of the game, but listen, yeah.
It's the worst evolution of parenting by the TV. It's like the worst possible outcome of that future.
But this definitely is not a great option. Like, it's just like the best of bad options.
There are like 3 Black Mirror episodes about this.
Yeah, I was going to say.
This is why I haven't watched that show. I don't need to be more depressed. I'm depressed enough already.
And exactly what you said, CQ. Yeah, it's like sticking girls in mental hospitals for wearing lipstick is what they used to. Absolutely. Yeah, it's nightmarish. So, yeah. Anyway. Did you read this already, Zach? Did I miss that?
No.
Okay.
The couple on the sidewalk opened a packet of hot sauce and watched like it was all a meme.
The hot sauce?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if I'd ever see Gideon again. But I hoped I would.
As a normal outside of the mech person who somehow steals all
Oh my God, we're in the green, but it's not her. So
yeah, exactly.
we don't know
That's
who it's reflecting.
That's so screwy, if that's true.
Maybe it's Gideon. Lena. No. Lena, you changed my life. Words are not enough.
Instead, money is. Listen,
My life is worth. Yes, my life is worth $2.
Yeah, I was just
How
gonna
about
say,
a tip?
We did get a tip. That's true.
No, but
Apparently,
like a
the
real
distribution of wealth between her aunt and her mother really is quite bad.
It was well after midnight. I'd met my ride quota. I checked my field grid. Yellow, green. Sprite. I needed to find out what was going on with Savvy. I needed to help her if I could. I had what Savvy asked for. It was time to find out what this all was about.
All right, time has
You're
come.
actually in a simulation.
Right.
Map.
It's the map. It's the map.
All right. So
Where'd we go?
Straws machine or like
Straws
Savvy's
machine.
location? No. All right. So Savvy's location.
Do it.
You know what though? I'm gonna grab this on the way because I don't know after this how much we're gonna be able to go to a gas station.
You did not arrive in time. Savvy has perished. Game over.
But you have a full
I'd
tank of
learned the
gas.
hard way that you got to grab the charger and you got not to wear heels when driving. You know, the usual. It's not like my friend is being held hostage.
Ooh.
98 a bar, pretty sweet deal. I came all this way really for the gas, not to save my friend. She just happens to be right over here, so.
She's on the
Pulled away from
way.
the station. Yeah.
It is a good price, it's true, girl. All right, here we go. Time to find out what the hell's going on, Savvy.
You savvy?
It would be interesting if Savvy's been watching, has been watching in on this, and her emotions, the ones that are being, like, it would be creepy, but it would also be kind of an interesting take. If this even is Savvy, I mean, this also could be Charlie screwing us over or whatever.
Oh. So this was where she'd been all along. A lonely shipping container, set apart from a sea of clones. A cloud of sage incense hit me the moment I cracked the door.
That's a good way to be incognito.
That smell took me back to when we first became friends, sitting cross-legged in Savvy's bedroom, whispering about her parents and drinking wine she took from work. Relief flooded through me. To see her alive and well, it was all I'd wanted.
Welcome to my ashram. Sorry, it's the music doing it. Bunny. You found me.
I'm so happy to see you.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry I set you up. Everything just got so crazy. So fast, you know? Thank the gods you were there.
It's okay. I'm just glad you're all right.
Did it work? Did you get the passphrase?
She smiled at me and her field grid glowed like a small sun on her face. It was so good to see her.
No, you need to tell me some things.
Yes, but can I ask you something? Why did you give me...
Lena, it would take too long to explain. The answers are all in those files, I promise. Thank you so much for getting the passphrase, by the way. Can you tell it to me now so we can get to work?
She had her eyes on the prize, whatever it was. Must have been driving her crazy to be cooped up in here. At least tell me why you stashed your stolen docs with me.
I had no choice. Plus, I knew no one would suspect you.
Yeah, I know, CQ. I also want to double check that.
You just got here and you drive Neocab. You're practically a ghost. Don't get upset. I just mean I knew you'd be fine. And you are, right?
Fine.
Maybe. I've been better.
I know. And trust me, same.
Is that orange? The orange is what? Moving towards anger, right? So
No,
wonder,
I don't.
Yeah, because I was wondering if her
Passionate.
necklace is like reflecting our feelings somehow, like if they exchange them. You know, I don't know.
I don't know.
This is so not what I pictured when I asked you to move in with me. But I'm gonna make it up to you. I promise. Let's at least have a look at what we got, shall we?
Can't hurt to take a peek.
Yes, let me see if that... Yes, let me see if that laptop is still paired to that thing.
My field grid buzzed as she connected to its onboard storage. It figured she'd still have access since she'd hid the files there in the first place.
I think they could reverse trace that, but
Hey, Athena. Unpack Charlie Elliott, sorry. Hey, Athena. Unpack
No
Charlie
such file.
underscore Elliott, yes.
.dat.
Hack dot sign. Please unpack. No. Hey, Athena, unpack Charlie underscore Elliott dot dat.
.dat.
Yes, just next. This file is encrypted. Please say or enter the passphrase. You got me the magic word. So it's only fair you do the honors, right?
let's do it.
Hey, Athena. The passphrase is Pilgrims crossed airless Saharas. What's it doing?
What's it doing? It's totally working.
It says airstrike called in on this.
Now summoning pilgrims.
Oh, Capra. You are so fucked.
My palms got sweaty. Knees weak, arms heavy. As soon as I saw it,
Every
a
time.
massive
Outstanding.
trove
Every
of
time.
chat logs, docs, schematics,
Perfect.
mom spaghetti, all watermarked. Capra Confidential in block letters.
Nice.
Whoa. You're sure we'll find a smoking gun in there?
Like 1,000,000 smoking guns in a stack of 1,000,000 smoking guns. Did Charlie tell you what he does?
No, he said it was a secret. But he definitely kept talking about how he couldn't talk about it.
Exactly. He's inner circle. Capra's up to some shady shit. I just know it.
I'd had my share of revenge fantasies about Capra, but now that we were actually doing something,
Oh, come on.
it felt incredible.
Come on, this
How
is the
could it
one who
feel
was
like
sitting there
anything
like,
else?
are you kidding me? Like, what? Like, oh, you know, I think this is a little too far. Perhaps we should give the planet over. No, come on. Let's go.
Gotcha.
What'd you find?
Shit. Never mind.
It turns out Neocab's up to some shady shit. Oh, man.
Blah blah, meeting notes, reports. Come on, I know you've got dirt in here, Charlie.
Maybe there isn't any. He seemed okay.
No way. He's a Capra shill through and through. Dude was way too squirrely not to be hiding some serious shit.
I don't know whether to trust Savvy either, but like as far as like her judgment.
I've just got to find something big enough to be a whistleblower.
Hey, what's up, Rising Tides?
And not just, like, a criminal.
Smooth criminal. It was just so yeah.
It was just so savvy to lead first and come up with a plan on the way down.
I'm just seeing offshore accounts, golden parachutes for executive harassers, forged safety reports,
Just?
run-of-the-mill corporate stuff. Trust me, we need something juicier. Something we can use.
She had a point. The only way out of this was to find something big enough to justify the whole property theft thing. There was Una's weird message. Or what would Gideon do with a cache of internal Capra files?
I would trust Una before I trust Gideon. Here we go.
What about trust fund maggots?
What did you just say?
I said bust Lon Baggots, is what I said.
Yeah.
Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins.
The van thing we did? What made you think of that?
She was looking at me so closely, it felt like the air around us went cold.
Unless this is because because Una was warning us, right? That there
Yeah.
was something about what the shenanigans we're up to, Rising Tides, is we're closing in on the end of this game, and we're either striking a blow against capitalism or our best friend and roommate is an effing betrayer, and we haven't decided yet exactly what the answer is.
I think you just stepped in it.
Is something wrong?
Sorry. I guess I'm starting to freak out a little bit, you know? I've been stuck inside this, like, human kennel for days. Maybe I fucked up, but I'm kinda in it now. No turning back.
Hey Athena, search Sophie Lemieux.
Yes. Brilliant. Oh my god, are you seeing this?
Documents spilled into the hollow space in front of Savvy. If even one of them had something big.
Feed all the homeless. Plan to solve all murder. Oh man.
Healthcare. Pay dirt.
It's actually like Bernie Sanders, like in the distant future, is still
It's just
alive.
it's just a
Once
picture
again-
of Bernie Sanders on the inauguration day.
I am once again asking you to take your hologram and the millionaires and billionaires.
Look, a report from Excuse me? Well, something's wrong with the savvy.exe. Let's go back. Look, a report from Charlie. Some pilot program called Project Sophie. No way, that's not shady, right?
I mean, no.
Whoa. Lena, you're beautiful. I mean, this is...
Later. I remembered what Gideon said about her mom's fundraiser. Was Capra using Sophie as a PR prop from the beginning?
I knew Capra would do anything to make sure Sophie's law passed. But this is cynical even for them. This is so fucked. Language.
Wait, what's it say?
Capra acquired Fieldgrid a year ago. Total stealth acquisition, no public knowledge.
So this is all surveillance on everybody?
So that's why Liam said they were handing them out at the protest. Are you serious? They've been harvesting my emotional data this entire time?
Yeah, but Una
And
already
we're
told
wearing
us
two
this,
of
so
them.
I'm not really sure why. I mean,
Yours, mine, all in real time. A live diary of how we feel in our bones, streaming to the highest bidder.
I can't even say I'm
really
surprised.
can't.
It's Twitch TV's newest feature, going live in... No, I'm kidding.
Well, these speech bubbles are purple.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Does that mean we're bleeding purple right now? Fuck.
The whole internet already spies on what we watch, where we go, who we spend time with. Why would they stop there? Why not monetize the way we feel?
Yeah, exactly, CK.
Then pay for it with a Prime subscription. No, I'm kidding. That's not even the half of it. Listen to this bit on emotional priming. Each ad unit is customized to the viewer's current state, from passing billboards to hollow space overlays to the back seat of every Capra car.
This was also predicted in Minority Report, by the way.
Some sellers will want to target customers in negative or vulnerable states, while others cater to a relaxed or even elated customer profile. Blue users respond most strongly to Tidy Bowl. No, I'm kidding. Blue users respond mostly strongly words to commercial messaging for alcohol, junk food, or OnlyFans. I mean VR escorts. Status items and vacation packages. If we're yellow, a fucking course. A fucking course.
What about red?
Ads for security systems and political campaigns are most effective when turned to the red end of the spectrum.
Got that right.
Which brings us to Project Sophie, their pilot program in electioneering.
Wait, what?
Listen to this. Our generative advertorial network creates customized images, slogans, and even full campaigns.
Advertorial. What's up, Shadow? How you doing, man? Advertorial.
That's a word that exists now. That's been around forever.
Yeah, yeah.
So that we can proactively steer individuals into the desired affective state.
I.e., your emotions are not your own.
Yeah.
So they can push us into whatever color suits them.
You know, there's an interesting concept that ties into this idea, which is that a lot of modern therapy focuses hugely on the feelings, right? There's all kinds of different therapies that do different things, but how feeling really underpins everything we do, including intellectual pursuits, what we choose to value, what we think we value. Even like when we claim that we're non-emotional, that's a bunch of nonsense. There's feeling that underpins everything. So it's interesting to think of the idea that like that's the final frontier of corporate control, is to not just manipulate, you know, emotions in an advertising way, but to know how you're feeling about something at any given moment.
Are you all depressed yet? Find your joy. More or less. They're neural net experiments on you until it knows your most reliable triggers.
That's charming. I'm sorry to hear that, Shadowed.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. I hope you feel better soon, Shadowed. I had a really lousy day too, so come in here and join the chuckles in the most depressing part of this game we've played so far. It's factored into their whole network. Billboards, music, even the ambient light timbre of a Capra capsule. Say that 5 times fast. Holy mackerel.
I thought of the sea of blue field grids from the vigil and how Liam said Capra was handing them out.
Which means whenever you pick up your phone or when you're talking, which means whenever you pick up your phone or when you're talking that Capra card to your, which means whenever you pick up your phone or when you're taking that Capra card to your polling place.
There you go. You're already priming me. Every article I read, every step I take, every sign I pass, they'll be watching me. You know.
Yep.
I'll be missing you.
Oh.
Every sign I pass, you know, every.
Yeah.
We get the
That's
point.
fine.
You
We
get
got
the
the
point.
idea.
Et cetera, et cetera.
And yes, yeah, Rock God,
We got
Facebook
it.
does do that, which is why they're evil.
So when you're casting that vote, I'll have you exactly where they want you.
How do they want me?
Wallet open. Depends. Could be angry or scared, blissed out or pacified. Whatever moves you into their voting block.
It all made a terrible kind of sense. This crosses a line, right? This is automated psychological manipulation.
Election laws too. They've made every tiny micro advert an undeclared political.
Really?
Exactly.
Wow.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
You won't even be able to speak properly anymore. Go on, next slide, please.
And we've got the receipts.
We've got the receipts. This is what we use to steal the final news cycle back from Capra.
Oh, I see. Well, do the best you can, dude. Just try to tend to yourself, make sure you're doing okay, but, do the best you can. If you can't do it for this weekend, that's okay.
We leak this, and it floods the zone.
Flood the zone.
The vote is crazy close right now. If we wake up a few thousand pro-Capra sheeple, or just convince them to stay home, and boom! Capra's brand gets 2 black eyes. Their car ban is dead. In LO. Probably everywhere.
I could see it all playing out in my head. Savi might just get away with it. Sophie's Law would fail and
wasn't for those damn kids.
LOPD.
And a worm would swallow the earth.
And Argonaut would rule the...
happy ending for everyone. The world would see how Capra abused their power. Maybe they'd even lose some of it.
Now we just leak it to your contact. Sit back and watch. You should text them now.
Our contact? Which contact?
The one who gave you the password. She's like some ex-Capra whiz, right? Unless you know someone better.
I thought of Liam. It seemed like he'd know what to do with this kind of thing. but no, something was bothering me.
They're gonna kill Liam.
Yeah. How did? No. Also, how did you know that about?
Yeah, yeah.
How did you know that about Una?
You told me about her. Or maybe I heard her name around Capra. She used to work for them, right?
No, yeah, she's ex-Capra for sure.
Look, don't worry about it. Just say it was an anonymous courier job. Neocab does those, right? No one will ever know it was us. Are you with me? Or not?
Give me a sec to think. Capra had made my life a living nightmare, and the idea of them getting even more power through Sophie's Law made my stomach turn. And that Savvy and I, after all we'd been through, that we'd be the ones to stop them. Her eyes jumped to my field grid.
See? It feels good to fight back sometimes.
It really does.
Ah, yeah. I knew this sentence would eventually come out of my mouth eventually, but it's still just giving you one more shot at it. Oh, yeah. I knew coming to low would be good for you.
I just wish she wasn't so sketchy, Savvy. Like, just the whole thing, I'm like, can you just be like, you know, I know it's been weird, but I think this is the right thing to do. Instead of being like, why? What? Just give me the thing. It's fine, right? Let's do it.
You're living in the gray, Arv. Yeah. This is the gray area.
Yeah.
This might be our last shot to stop them, honestly. Sophie's Law hands Capra a monopoly on our streets, and Los Ojos is just a prototype. The car ban will go national, then global, and Capra cars fill the void.
I'll need to find another job somehow.
Or leave the city.
I guess it's one more thing for Capra to take from me.
Think bigger, Lena. With the global transport network and the field grid, they'll have a real-time map of humanity, inside and out. This is our only chance to stop them.
The thing is, we've had enough objective evidence that Capra does suck that it's hard to see how, even if she's doing this for personal gain, like if this is a whole vengeance thing against Charlie, like, who cares? Like, Capra is this bad. So...
Yeah. Just do it. Let's do it. Let's make them hurt.
Make them hurt.
So we just make sure we give the files to someone with a following. An influencer.
That's why we give it to Liam. That's why we give it to Liam, not Una.
Not Gideon?
But
I thought Gideon had it.
Gideon's random though. Remember Liam, the one that we found out about with the whole blue stuff? That was Liam's photo that everyone was paying attention to. Which was what. Plus, also, I trust Liam more than I trust Gideon.
As long as they've got a following and are anti-Capra enough to take the heat.
And I mean, I'm a fan of Una, right? But Una's just going to be like, well, in 50 timelines, I did this, and it's just quadrillion times. Like, I don't know what the hell she's going to do.
Then Sophie's Law goes down, and Capra doesn't get total control of everyone. At least, not right now.
I knew Savvy was right. We had to let the public know. It was the chance of a lifetime.
Exactly, so cute, but I don't trust you.
To take the stacked deck and reshuffle the cards in our favor just this once. There was just one major problem.
I don't trust you.
We didn't finish that part of the game. Join us for Neocab 2. God damn.
Your face is still plastered on every billboard in the city. How are you gonna make the handoff?
My luck has taken me this far.
You know you're not safe out there.
I'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm willing to risk it. We just need to move quickly.
Savvy, you aren't listening.
I said I'm willing to risk it.
You're taking a risk with both our lives, Savviest.
Wait. What are you trying to say?
That you're risking our lives? Ooh. I have two choices.
Okay. That are basically the same thing.
No, I think I'm going solo is dropping it off solo.
Right,
You're not coming with
I
me.
think you're right. I think you're right. Or
And
Savvy
you're
does
on
it
your own. Yeah.
Nah, we have to do it. Because the thing is, we have less of a chance. If she does it, we both get caught. If we do it, then we might not get caught. And, you know.
I'm going solo. I'll make the drop off. You stay here. You'll be safe. I'll be safe. Radix wins. Everyone wins.
And if a cop tries to pull us over, we just Jason Bourne it. Because we don't need to worry about a RoboCop.
Yeah.
You want to do this without me? This isn't your fight, Lena.
Someone made it my fight, kiddo.
But you can let me help just for the last leg, right?
Great plan, girl. You go and make history. I'll just twirl my thumbs in this tin can.
Or you could go get yourself imprisoned, you selfish...
It's the only way.
I don't know why you're being like this. But even if I thought you were doing it for the right reasons, and not just trying to grab the glory,
Oh yeah, that's what I'm about.
I'm not sure I trust you to pull it off without me.
What? Who got the passphrase? You're sitting in a shipping container talking about breaking the system down with a bunch of Christmas lights behind you from college. Can we get a grip?
Are you trying to make me feel like shit?
I'm not. I'm just being my honest self with you. How will we ever get as close as we used to be if I can't be honest with you? It's like... You're like the least selfish person I know. And I was hoping we could do this together. I mean, after everything I've done for you, just give me this, okay?
What?
Everything you've done for
Everything
us?
you've done for me. Like, oh, we got you on the police blotters, risked your life multiple times. Are you kidding me? This person, this type of person, I'm not a Savvy fan. This type of person is the kind of manipulative, like, I knew a couple people like this, all right? And, ugh.
This could go really, really badly for both of us.
Then why are you here?
I was worried sick about you. You aren't...
This was my idea to bring Radix to the next level, you know? No offense, but you, just got to low, and I've been working my way up for months. So I just need to do this my way.
No.
And then I can bring you in, okay?
No, go F yourself.
She wasn't gonna budge. I knew from years of watching people get pushed in and out of our little circle. Savvy always got her way. I remembered Una's final confusing message to me, and the weird look Savvy got on her face when I brought it up. Hey Athena, search trust fund maggots. A new folder flew open on her holospace. At first, all I saw was my name, over and over again in the files. Then there were others I recognized. Liam, Gideon, Una, even Klaus and Merrick.
I mean, they were actually that, but... Yeah.
Please, tell me this isn't what it looks like.
It was just to keep you safe.
Bullshit, excuse me.
When I said I'd always have your back, meant it.
As my field grid pulsed red, a new file appeared in the folder with a sick ping sound.
Yeah. Field grids have a back door. Pretty wide open.
It's true, Triffin.
Charlie showed me. Even more undocumented API.
How could you?
I called it, by the way, that this is what she was doing.
You gave me this so you could spy on me?
No, not at all. I just thought it'd help you. When I stashed the file on it, I needed to make sure you were safe. So I could signal someone to come get it. Or tell a swarm to find you if Copper was getting too close. I haven't listened to anything, I swear.
That's a bunch of nonsense.
I had to see for myself. Hey, Athena.
Seriously? Are we doing this now?
Hey, you shut up, lady.
Play audio, Una.
Okay.
Russ, do you want to do this?
Russ, do you want to do this? This is the Alexa, Siri/Alexa voice.
What I mean is, I'm going to open this the easy way, using its passphrase.
The blood rushed out of my face. I felt my knees wobble like I was going to be sick or pass out. I was furious at her betrayal. How could you do this? Do you even understand what a huge violation this is?
Oh, God. Don't act like you're mad over this. You have nothing to worry about. It was just to keep tabs on the file. I swear I haven't even looked at what it recorded. So now it's time. We'll leak the Capper files and go get a drink, okay?
I think green is like not feeling well, right? Because blue is depressed or sad. Red is
I thought
angry.
green was feeling good.
Is it? I guess. Because yellow is passionate. Yeah, green is calm, right? I guess.
Something like that.
You don't get it, do you? Green isn't calm. I'm doing this by myself.
It's vanity.
You ditched me and then spied on me for days. Why would I go anywhere with you?
Mm-hmm.
All by yourself, huh?
Yup.
That's not happening.
What you gonna do? Stop me?
I've worked way too hard just to let you walk out of here without me. You're the one that's been transporting stolen docs for days. Remember?
Now you're gonna threaten me, right, best friend?
And who knows what else is in those recordings? Don't make me turn you in.
Oh, the Gideon stuff.
Yeah.
So everything had come down to this. Finding out my best friend had betrayed me, and then having to fight her just to be able to walk away. How was her field grid still a calm green, while mine glowed red? Why was I the one who felt like I was about to explode? Are you blackmailing me right now?
It's not like I want to. Come on, this isn't us. We're better than this. And this isn't you trying to sabotage me.
Wow. Everything is projection.
I know you're better than this because
I'm worse.
I know you better than you know yourself, girl.
This is where I would get up, kick her in the face, and walk the hell out of the door and never return. That's how that goes down.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
I knew exactly. She knew all my secrets, all my fears, even before she'd spied on me. And she knew exactly how to hurt me.
get in the cab and I start playing, I can't stand it. I know you planned it.
I was fucking thinking that exact thing. Man.
But then again, I knew the same things about her, didn't I?
Yup.
If she was going to throw anything she could at me, maybe I had to do the same. Or at least try and get her to see the truth about how she treated me.
No, there's nothing that gets her to see the truth.
It'd make her mad, and it might just make her give up. I forced myself to take a deep, centering breath. The smallest smirk flickered across her face, still lit in the green glow.
You know, you've never really cared about anyone but yourself.
3 seconds ago, she's like, you're the least selfish person I know. Now I need to manipulate you another way.
Maybe it's because you're an only child or something. But you're not in this world alone, Lena. You rely on others too. You couldn't even be bothered to pick up my boyfriend at the protest. He could have been hurt. All while I was basically risking my life for the cause. It's just all about you, isn't it? You're so selfish.
Don't turn this on me. You're the one who crossed a line here. I have the right to set my own boundaries, and if you don't like it, that's not my problem. You can choose whether you want to be my friend or not, but I can choose how much I give anyone. The fact that I'm scared to do this mission with you, I'm just trying to look out for myself, and you should respect that.
I mean, I would have gone on to say, like, I don't trust you because
Yeah.
you've proven you're completely untrustworthy and manipulative.
And you just fucking blackmailed me.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, really.
Like, I mean, did we forget about that part
Yeah, I
that
feel
just
like
happened a moment ago where she was like, I'm going to get you arrested by Capra because you're not doing what I want?
Freaking Alice in Wonderland stuff here.
Wow. Great lecture. You should give talks at schools.
I've been to one.
Boundaries. Wasn't she the one always telling me stories about how she stood up for herself? Guess I absorbed that lesson in a good way. I took another deep breath. This was my opening. If I could push back, it might end this. Selfish is ditching your best friend the moment she moved for you. You're the selfishest, self-centeredest, most self-obsessed person I know.
I mean,
I'm glad we're having an adult talk.
From the moment I showed up in LO, you've alternated between begging me for help and acting like I don't exist.
Yup.
I could tell she was just getting started. I felt like things could go either way. If I let her get to me, she'd never see the truth about herself. This was a new feeling. Savvy was the one that was starting to lose her cool. Savvy scowled at me, daggers in her eyes.
This is exactly why I left you in Cactus Flats. Your emotions are out of control. I get that you're sensitive and all this deep feeling stuff. But you've got to toughen up and rein it in, girl. It's like constantly walking on eggshells around you.
Yeah, seriously, CQ.
You didn't even defend me when Azul was talking trash. Guess you don't mind when someone sells out your best friend?
Again, I want to point out, every
She was
single thing
listening.
is projection. Every single thing is what she's doing. Every single thing.
And also her field grid is white.
Yeah. Which
What does that mean?
I think, isn't that...
Guilt.
Is that what it is?
I
Is
think
that-
so.
Is that, I wasn't sure if white was like dead center, but it's definitely not
It
happy.
is, I'm pretty
Like,
sure.
I mean, I think it's it would seem to me as like, you know, white as a sheet or like, you know,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
like this is so transparent. What she's saying is like
Well, we got her on
she's
the run.
she's telegraphing it as like, you know, like you said, it's projection. So on some level, she knows what she's saying is bullshit.
We need that Ace Attorney cornered music right here, right? Like,
Yeah. Objection.
Objection.
Meanwhile, I was
Gaslighting.
in danger and risking my life for the cause.
Yeah, she's no longer calm. That's right.
Some loyalty. You're so volatile. You must scare half your packs off for good.
I'm so tempted to do this, but I'm not going to do that.
Don't blame me for the reactions you've caused. You betrayed me. I'm upset. Try taking a little emotional responsibility for the havoc you wreaked in my life this week.
Gee, you've had it so hard. You should start a charity.
That's a sad response.
Wow. Savvy wasn't used to people pushing back.
It shows.
Felt good. I could tell it was getting to her. I had to figure out a way to get through to her. Savvy eyed me for a second. If I could call her out, maybe she'd see reason. This is like the third time that Lena said this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm volatile. A few days ago, you asked me to move here to be with you. Now you're treating me like I'm your enemy. All because I won't do exactly what you want. That's the definition of unreliable. I knew there was no way she was going to stop piling it on now. I could almost feel her combing through our past to find her next attack. I had to keep centered or just make her mad enough to back off. This was a new feeling. Savvy was the one that was starting to lose her cool.
I think we
It's
already
weird.
saw that.
Yeah. Savvy gritted her teeth.
Oh, that feel grid though.
You know what the shittiest part of this all is?
You. Oh, but besides that.
Beyond that. It's that the moment I let you out of my sight, you'll undermine me.
Yeah, see, and that's why she was spying, because of that belief.
You pretend you're so innocent and sweet. But you'll do something as bad as long as you know you won't get caught. That's basically lying. You're a fraud. At least I'm always real with you.
Yeah, that's why I don't text you for 3 days and live in shipping containers, because my life just screams transparency. Give me a break.
Those German tourists couldn't even tell if you were human.
Remember, chat, I didn't listen to anything that was
Right?
on those
That's
things.
that's a real wow. Okay.
Yep.
Come on.
Let's see.
Attacking me isn't going to help you. Call me names so you can bully me into going along with you? Grow up.
Then stop provoking me.
Oh no, I'm just getting warmed up.
I wasn't taking her bait and it was getting to her.
This was a new feeling.
This was a new feeling. I had to figure out a way to get through to her. It was the first. Sabi was losing her cool. Now is a chance to give her a piece of my mind and knock down her arguments. You think I'm phony? Your whole activist persona is fake. Radix isn't even your fight. People like Azul actually built it.
Because I talked to them, because I was out there riding with them while you were sitting in a freaking shipping container talking about your activism on Twitter.
What, you didn't listen to that one?
Yeah, you missed that, right?
What the fuck would you know about activism?
Here, let me pull up my laptop and show you what I know about it.
That seemed to strike a nerve. Then you just show up one day and do your social chameleon act, trying to charm your way into control.
Stop it.
Where's the lie, though? She was running out of steam, struggling to find one last barb she could throw at me. Whatever she came up with, I knew it was going to be desperate and mean.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you make me do this to you?
But I was ready. It was like I knew her words were smaller than me somehow. Cruel and petty and maybe not even really about me at all. This was a new feeling.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
well, she is. We are getting there, but that one.
Well, you have enough glasses now that you can see both the rings of red underneath her neck. So, there you go.
Now
Triplicate.
we know.
I could tell she was fuming.
Leda, it's time to grow up. Stop being a meek little flower. Because right now, your fear is keeping you from getting what you deserve. A nice big slap across my face. I mean your face. Toughen up. Don't be such a weakling. It's so sad that you're still scared of what people think of you, or what might go wrong.
I again remind chat, everything she says is projection. That's exactly what's going on.
When will
here.
you learn that sometimes following the rules just hurts people?
Let's see.
I think we've heard every track on this soundtrack like 8 times during this conversation.
I know. So it's easy to be brave when you've had everything handed to you. You're right. I am scared. No, I don't want to turn it to me. Maybe we're both scared, or is this nothing to do with being meek or not?
This has nothing to do with being meek or not. I just don't want anyone to get hurt, myself included. That's not being scared, that's being responsible.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the right one.
You should mentor some youths or something.
I dodged her attack and she knew it.
Yep.
I had to figure out a way. Still hadn't. This is the boss fight. It's actually brave to take responsibility for how you affect others, you know? You should try it sometime. Instead of just using people like Azul and Charlie and then throwing them away when you're done.
This is a nice bit of jujitsu. This is good stuff.
Are you serious right now?
Or maybe you're just afraid they'd see who you really are. And maybe you should be.
Nice.
Savvy seems stunned. Yeah, 3 red.
Wait,
rings.
where did the third ring? Where did the third ring show up?
It was there.
Extra bangles come on the necklace.
Not even my final form.
Yeah.
It's actually
Like
her
you've never
health
felt
bar.
this way before.
But you're right.
Earrings emerge.
Basically, this is a boss
This
fight.
really is a boss fight, and it is interesting too that we're able to do this when you reach the right emotional state, like throughout the game. We were in a way training for this based upon the stuff with the various rides.
I'd never seen her so angry. Her mouth a thin line, her eyes focused on me with fire behind them.
The thin red line. We found it.
She said things she could never take back. So had I, but I didn't regret a single word.
I like the idea that her necklace just goes and bursts into flames.
So you think they're still gonna end up together after this?
Yeah, I think they're not going to work out.
I can't believe how you're acting right now. I feel like I don't even know who you are.
Got that right. It's the first true thing you said.
I'm sorry. I just need you. Okay?
Oh my god.
She wiped her tears with her sleeve, and I realized I wasn't the one crying this time. I was actually okay. And my eyes caught her feel grid, a deep, angry red. Of course. You can stop fake crying. Your feel grid is giving you away, idiot.
Sorry, my engine just went off. I guess it really can give away all
I
my.
was going to say, so did hers.
Yeah. Sorry, this might get a little stuffy on this tank in a moment.
What? It's probably just out of battery or signal's messed up.
I'm sure that's what it is.
Still, her tears suddenly dried up.
God, what a...
Since when do we need this thing to know how we're feeling anyway?
Suddenly the shoe is on the other foot.
No one knows me like you do.
Again, inconsistent.
It's why I love you.
Oh my god, this is reminding me so much of one of my exes. God help me. Like, literally, wow. Woo!
I love you too.
But that doesn't mean what you think it means.
But that doesn't mean what you think it means.
Manipulating? Me? Lena, what's going on?
I figured you out. The gaslighting is over. I'm going on my own. You'll thank me later.
Hell yeah.
Wait. You can't do this without me.
Oh, someone's sad. This is great.
Aww. You stay here. I'll text the deets when I'm done. I left before she could say another word.
See ya! That's what I'm talking about.
Dun, 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 dun,
Exactly.
dun.
Flawless victory. You will suck. All right.
I tucked the laptop under my arm and got back in my car. I had to get out of there fast.
Rob, I
Just
know
as-
we're at
very weird.
12:30, but my
That
guess
was
we got like 5 more
Yeah.
minutes on this game. Like, I feel we're
That was a
ready.
very weird version of One Winged Angel. Please continue.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Several.
I may fall asleep in the chair, but
I
keep going.
hear you. I'm sorry, but we're
It's
almost
fine.
there.
It's fine.
There was too much. I'll just go really fast. There was too much making me want to stay and too much trouble waiting for me if she did.
No. It's fine.
What was going to happen to Savvy? Maybe she'd get off with a lighter charge since she didn't have the stolen property anymore.
Let's see how many more glasses we can get on Russ's head before the cast ends.
Or maybe that would just make Capra more vengeful.
Take your predictions now, chat.
I eyed my field grid, probably still listening to my every word. Wasn't too late for me to end this. One quick toss out of the car, it'd be smashed against the pavement.
Russ, do you just buy out every CVS
Oh
with their
my
reading
God.
glasses when you go by?
Just
Like,
look
is this...
I'm actually
Is
not
this- is
aware
this your
that you have
fetish?
these many glasses.
Oh my, is there another? Oh my God.
Everybody's got their kink. Anyway.
I think that actually summarizes pretty much.
He's
that's,
a literal
that's a lifetime
you
of
go
my
into the
glass
store,
wearing.
Those rotating kiosks with glasses on them. That's literally. Now he just needs to rotate in his chair.
What?
Yes,
Russ,
I
when you...
am the all glasses. Fear me.
Yes.
Russ,
This
when you
is
file
what-
your taxes, do you see?
Yeah.
Do you sign for like 12 kids when you're wearing all those glasses?
This is what the Avengers fight after they defeat Thanos.
Yeah.
This is.
This was the cutscene.
Yeah.
All right, so his name is Octos,
Yes.
and
You know, yeah, how every Marvel film ended with Thanos, like up in his throne and brooding, and then
Yes.
after Endgame, this is now what you see at the end cutscene.
Exactly.
He was
in the
behind
original,
it all
yeah,
along.
in the original draft of Infinity War, that was actually the Infinity glasses, not
Yeah.
the Infinity
You've
gauntlet.
seen
Yeah,
the sunglass meme where it's just infinite sunglasses. It's just the
Yes,
opposite.
yes.
It is
All right.
done. I may rest now.
All right, out we go, Zach.
I rolled down the window and took a deep breath. Oh goodness.
I inhaled glasses.
Mhm. If I ever wanted to really hurt Savvy, I could just tell her what it smelled like in that little hideout.
She stank.
With the field grid destroyed, it would be over and done with. My link to this whole ordeal would be erased. But so would Capra's crimes.
Yeah, and that's the problem. For all of Savvy's problems, Capra is busted. Nope. No.
Stuck with the plan. Capra needed to be held accountable. I mean, dang, imagine hitting the wrong button for that.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Doot, doot, doot.
Just go through it again. No.
Yeah. After all they've
Day
done to
one.
me- Yeah.
Jesus.
I would delete the game.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I'd be like, that was a
I'm not
good
going
game,
through that
Chad.
emotional trauma again. I was more than happy to be the one to do it. Liam would know exactly what to do with the Capra documents, how to make sure they were seen. And as for all of Savvy's files on me, once I wiped the laptop, it'd actually be a pretty nice thing to have around.
I hear the new game plus on this is a bitch.
Right.
She has twice as many health bars
Exactly.
in the new game plus boss fight. So I did it. I took down Capra.
the last part of this thing is just one person after the other getting into the car, like in the mirror, like left, right.
All it took was one night.
All from the seat of my trusty, beat-up neocab. And all I had to do was let their own words out into the light of day. The leaked documents broke just days before the vote on Sophie's Law. Suddenly, anyone could talk about was how Capra had sold out our fuel grids, and whether poor Charlie had really deserved to be practically chased out of the city by an online mob.
Is this what happens with our Apple Watches? Do I have to burn mine?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And the one thing everyone agreed on, Capra couldn't be trusted to take over every street in LO. So it all ended. Sophie's Law failed to vote. Capra had to agree to the smallest bit of public oversight. Savvy was cleared of her charges. All good things, I guess. And I still have my job. But there was nothing really keeping me in Los Ojos anymore. Was there?
About the Hogwarts School of Nano Wizardry.
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah.
Hey, so I wasn't gonna text you for a while, but
It involves.
I thought of a way we can work things out. I have a new piece of info that I think changes everything. Can't say more than that for now. Are you off work? Text me when you are and I'll tell you where to meet.
Ha 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 ha.
Bye, Savvy.
Yep. I blocked Savvy's number. Woo! And the crowd goes wild. That other night, that was the first time I'd ever actually said no to her. And I wouldn't say it felt good, but it felt right. I love you, Savvy. No. I was ready to leave LO for good, but one last PAX couldn't hurt, right? One more for the road? The road?
The road? Haha,
The road.
branding. I just want to see what the journal.
Oh, man.
Rip Sophie's Law.
Yep.
Okay.
Una.
Oh no,
Una.
our boy Liam.
Yep.
Wait, is that the only one?
I think it looks like that's the only one. Shit, I keep doing the wrong thing. There we go. Yep, that's the only one.
All right.
That's good. I like Liam.
Let's do it. Finish the fight.
Man, even her reaction texting was exactly what the X did also. Wow. Wow. Someone who wrote this had a relationship just
experiences.
like this.
Yep.
Really terrible
Just
breakup.
Wrote
Yeah.
a game.
Like
Wrote a game
this.
about it.
Yep.
I
Art
picked up
imitates
Liam at his
life.
hotel. Yep. He said he'd wanted to leave the city the same way he'd arrived. A perfectly symmetrical composition.
Yeah, and this is Russ doing
Lenore
Liam too.
Fine by me, but we'd been driving for a while and he hadn't said much. Just heads down, tapping into some device. But he
Wait,
was
is this
one
the
person.
flaneur?
Yes.
It is the flaneur.
Okay.
But he was the one person who'd maybe been
Flanurian.
through as much as I had these past few days. I hoped he wasn't facing any backlash from helping me make the Capra docs public. Everything okay?
Okay. That's a very relative term these days, isn't it? What do you mean?
I mean, driving out of this awful city forever and not looking back. I can't be here anymore. I wanted a fresh start, and instead, I got a very heavy ending.
Same. So very same. Do you regret it?
Which part?
Any of it. But I meant the stuff you sent me.
The stuff. Like it was just a few recipes for cookies or something. The Liam sitting in the back seat of my cab felt like someone I really knew. A friend who made me happy just being around him. Liam, the name in my contacts, to whom I'd sent a smoking gun to take down Capra. That person felt like a ghost from another life. Are you sure? He'd asked. Heart pounding, I'd typed yes. 100%? Yes, again. And then it was on every social feed within the hour.
Yeah.
Federal investigations opened in 24. Sophie's Law dead in 72.
Way to go, Flaneur.
Nicely done, Flaneur. Now it felt like he was breaking some secret covenant just bringing it up. Did I regret it? No. No regrets. YOLO.
Yeah. Me neither. I guess things with your friend Savvy didn't work out either.
Oh, I'd say they did. I worked her out of my life.
It's for the best. She showed me who she really was,
Hell yeah.
and I showed her who I am.
Do you want to talk about it?
Honestly, not really. I think I'm good, but thanks.
You know, I know we didn't get to properly hang out, but you really helped me. I don't usually make friends when I travel. Sort of try to use the time to be a bit more lone wolf, more flaneur-like. But it's been, I don't know, fun, inspiring, helpful, all that. Even the way you lectured me about Capra in this very desert.
I'm still sorry about that.
Please, don't be. Seeing you angry was actually sort of refreshing. Even if I was trying to deny it.
Oh yeah? Well, hey, if you like that, let me tell you more about my week.
Oh, please do. I feel like I've been hogging all the angst.
Let's just say you helped me too.
Are you just saying that because I said a nice thing and now you feel like you need to return the compliment?
Not at all.
Doubtful. Hey, it's funny, isn't it? The way this all turned out.
Not funny, huh?
I mean, this ride, the two of us, I could sit in the front seat. I mean, this is ridiculous.
I could drive,
Yeah,
actually.
you're right. It feels like,
Fate?
yeah, like this is one of
Motherfucker
several
just
possible
wink.
timelines.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
You just winked in the back.
I think this one's on me.
The last thing we see is Aganon on the back of a worm with Una next to him, like. Yay!
Hey.
Good stuff.
Who's the writer? Who's the writer? We need to send this person some chocolates.
Bruno Diaz with narrative design. Duncan Fife through the writing. Story, world-building writing. Duncan Fife. I'll say this too, like
Tim Belair, too.
I thought the boss fight was a little long, but honestly, in general, it's really chilling how well that captures that incredibly manipulative personality. Really
Patrick
close-
Ewing!
What?
Patrick Ewing!
Patrick Ewing, amazing.
It's on the Patrick Ewing!
Sure, it's the same one you're thinking of.
But
I'm sure.
like really, and actually really close to some of that reaction was close to actual diagnosable borderline personality.
Yep.
Traits that had aspects of incredible volatility, projection.
Sociopathy.
Yep. Just like a bunch of this stuff that was sort of chilling.
Man.
And it did feel good to basically just be like, Savvy, I mean, come on. Like, really? And then the text like, oh, I have some more information, sweetheart. Yeah, you go find that out yourself, Los Ojos.
And
And I think the thing that's really tough about that is that having known people like that and seen those kinds of relationships and even been involved in those relationships, like there's nothing worse than the experience that the little spoon person in that, the one who's always on the sort of like, all right, I'll just go along with it. And it's, this is how it needs to be. And it, like something about this will pay off for me. Right. And then for them to finally have spent all that time dealing with that person going, there was never anything in this for me from this person because they don't have it to give. They just don't.
And I think it was Triffid who was saying, and CQ both who were on this the whole time, but I think it was Triffid who was talking about this is gaslighting. I mean, that is straight up gaslighting.
Yeah.
The idea that, and as I said, everything was projection. So the idea that I'm risking my life and you're like literally everything she was saying was about herself. And that's, a deep-seated anxiety that comes from someone, who's that deeply narcissistic that can't afford to acknowledge. And even the bullshit fake crying at the end, like, oh God. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. That is the one line I really think that I completely missed because at some point, like, the sociopathic tendencies of that, like I've tried everything else. The only thing I have left is the fake cry. Didn't even dawn on me. Yeah.
Like there was like when you acknowledged that it was a fake cry, I was like, right, of course, because she doesn't actually feel emotions.
That's right. So here they were influenced by that. And it was CQ. Okay, sorry, I wasn't sure. Both of you were like back and forth with that stuff with other people.
Produced by Apple. We're screwed.
Exactly. Oh no. Apple's like, we're like, oh.
Well, they've ruined it. Okay, they found us, so we have to write a story about it. So we're getting out in front of it. So there you go.
Coin is an anonymous, high-value cryptocurrency which replaced the U.S. dollar after the Great Disruption of the 2030s. Network processes over $5 million in untraceable transactions every second, making it the medium of choice for somebody, and I don't know who that is.
Wow.
So
now you know how we feel every time we try to read something and you move on.
It's good. What does it even? I'm literally just looking to see what this is, and I'm gonna go like.
Yeah, maybe it. Oh God, no, please, not again.
Make it stop.
Goodbye.
Make it stop.
We ditched you, Savvy. You shouldn't be here.
Yes.
That was really cool. I
uninstall the game.
I'm really
uninstall
Savvy. I'm really glad that we got a chance to play.
But wait,
this.
I thought you still wanted to play.
I know, right? Come on. I don't know whether it seemed like chat really enjoyed it also.
Wait,
but,
I created NeoCab 2. I can redeem myself.
Exactly. The return of Savvy. Like,
yes.
Savvy's become aware.
And confronting a borderline person is the most real life boss fight I've ever seen in my life.
Is true.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult. It's hard. Even, my wife is a therapist, and it is very hard to treat borderlines for that reason. And by the way, the idea is this is not in any way at all to sort of deal with what is an actual diagnosable, it is a significant mental illness that one has to deal with. The problem is that someone who's stuck in a relationship like that or is trying to deal with a relationship like that, there is no end game there, right? Like there's no, the whole thing about like, oh, now I could make her see. There's no making them see. Like it doesn't end up that way.
Get hollowed out over years and years until they stop becoming a person.
Exactly. The only way to do it is for them to see it themselves. And that takes a long time. And it doesn't happen by kindness and caring of people that are just, it takes, hard work and therapy and, so yeah, and ultimately she had to protect herself, and it was just clear to me from the very beginning that Savvy was kind of a little bit, off. But I was like, all right, well, whatever. And then it just got worse and worse. And that whole last sequence, I'm like, what is this through the looking glass nonsense about? No, I have to go do this. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Hello?
Yeah, there's a point where it's not just simple narcissism. It's this idea that everything that she does, this is the only thing that's going to like explain everything else because nothing else actually means anything to her.
Right.
So that's the classic sociopathic tendency of there's just no sense that any of this stuff matters.
Yeah.
And that it doesn't affect anybody, and it literally doesn't feel like anything to the person doing it. It's just literally emptiness.
What I like,
but the thing that makes it so weird to diagnose is that it can be totally misconstrued as real, true emotion because they are so good at convincing people that they actually are being genuine.
It's totally true. And Rising Tides, I want to say, first of all, good night, Garlic. Thank you for staying up to watch it. Rising Tides, I want to say, having been in exactly the same position, I mean, I obviously don't know the details, but in exactly the same position of dealing with someone exactly like this, as I said, one of the things that I like about this, and I'm sure that was not super easy, but one of the things that I like about this is it's nice to have a game that doesn't just glorify the aspect of the illness. Right?
Yeah.
This is the problem that I have with the Joker. It's the problem that I have with a lot of these villains that are all about, let's explore this, the pathology. And this is why I don't find Joker an interesting film, because I don't want to explore that kind of pathology, right? I would like those people to get help, but I am more interested in making sure that the wreckage that's left behind with, these seriously, with what happens in these people, that those people get taken care of. So I am sorry to hear that you went through it, but I have to say it's very nice. I mean, for me, it felt nice to have a game that was acknowledging what I went through, and I am now many, 20 plus years distant from that relationship where I went through that. And the experience of it now, a therapist once told me that it's sort of like, some people talk about, well, I keep going through the same pattern over and over again. But he said the way to think of it is you're on a spiral staircase, and the thing that was the bad thing is below you at a certain step. As you go up the staircase, every time you pass over where that chest is located, right, in vertical space, you'll feel it again, but you're not on the same level of it anymore. And every time you go up that step, you are one more step removed. And that is where healing happens. It's not the removal of everything that was bad. It's the contextualization and the integration of it, so that now, 20 years distant, what I feel is a kind of faint sadness for the person who went through it, and a deep gratitude that I'm not that person now, and that I don't have to be in a relationship with someone like that now, and that my life has turned out far better now. And so I hope that is also the case for you. So I appreciate that, and I'm sorry anyway if that was if that was something for you to just sort of be like, oh my God. But for me, it was a positive experience to go through it and see the other side of that abyss. And so, for what that's worth.
FYI, borderline personalities can be so dangerous even to treat that a therapist is required to have their own therapist if they take on a borderline patient.
Yeah, it can be difficult.
Because they need somebody to check in with, to have like reality checks and make sure that they're not
that's right.
being manipulated themselves.
And it can be, and borderlines can be treated and can do better, but it's very hard. But it can be done. And it needs to be done with seriousness. So again, we are in no way are we a channel giving mental health advice, but I do know something about this subject. Haven't gone through.
Haven't you all had fun tonight?
Yeah. Well, listen, you know what?
I'm not sure if fun's the right word.
Yeah.
Yes,
fun.
maybe.
Yeah.
But
definitely
it was
other words that describe
but it was important,
what we're feeling
though.
right now.
It was important though. I mean, fun isn't the right word, but
definitely.
it didn't feel to me like it minimized any of that, which was nice. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that we got to hang out with Liam at the end, and that, that was cool. And she made her own call, and she was like, I totally felt that way. I was like, I didn't want her to throw the field grid. I'm like, no, like, what, F that. Like, this is not about vengeance. It's about get rid of Capra and then just shut her out of your life and go make yourself miserable or get yourself better, but don't do it on your own dime,
Yeah.
Not with me. So anyway, set your boundaries
On
for
that
your own
note.
survival is right. Yeah. So that said, we need to head off, get these guys to bed. So gentlemen, this was great as always. Wonderful work as always from the Arvocalists. Russ, I'll start with you at the bottom. It was great. I know in that last section, you were basically watching the tennis ball go back and forth with Lena and with Savvy.
That's why he needed all of the glasses to make sure he kept his eyes on it.
But you did
I saw everything.
You got not only did
You saw
get
all
Liam,
the 50 timelines, 50 trillion timelines.
That's
Not
how
only
I
did we-
do it.
Yeah,
My quantum
yeah.
That's how you
enrichment.
knew it was there. Not only did we end with the flaneur, but we also got Klaus, a memorable, you will sit there and take the test and all that.
It's just a random abusive German in the cab for no reason at all. It's just like, summon the abusive Germans.
Like, now bring them forth. How did you feel about tonight?
We are not
And,
really all like that.
And where will the lovely folks find you next?
As I said before, I was very impressed with Patrick Ewing and company. I thought the writing in the game was phenomenal.
Yeah,
I
very
think
solid
the
writing.
picture of the future is incredibly realistic and ominous.
Yes,
Yeah,
pick
and the
your
dialogue was
corporation you're
great.
siding with now for the great corporate wars of 2030.
Yep.
So
Seriously. And yeah, I mean, things are picking up. I took my first in-person improv class this weekend in a year and a half.
Yay,
So
did that feel good? I bet.
nature is healing. Yeah. So the last allowable human activity will resume sometime this summer. So that's exciting. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's good stuff, man. It was always a pleasure, and we will look forward to. I will talk with you before this, but we'll look forward to having you back here on Arvocalists next month. And congrats again on the whole, man. It just seems you could just feel the stress fly. You know, wearing a blue shirt, you know, but it's like the calmer. I know, it's not depressed. It's just calmer. It's calm, you know. Anyway, thank you, my friend. Good stuff. Moving right on up the line, Zach, very, very solid job, of course. Not that I'm surprised with Lena taking over for the inimitable Dot, but you did very well with that. And you got a chance to, and I saw in that boss fight, you really were trying to bring it with the kind of like, no, you know what, like type of thing, channeling that. And that was good to see. How'd you feel about today? Where will we see you next?
That was an experience that I think I've seen other examples of gaslighting in real life and in media before, but that really like sunk you into the experience of it in a way that was very realizable. Like that was the whole, like they lined up the whole game for that. And I'm definitely going to carry that with me as an experience of a reminder of what that looks like, you know? And that's it. Yeah, like I said, fun wouldn't be the word, but very important and very insightful, I think.
Yeah.
And now we can go back to Ace Attorney.
I was gonna say, now we can go back to silly parrots being
objection. We need silly.
Where are the panties?
Yeah, exactly. We need more about panties now. Oh god.
So yeah, it was great. A really, really insightful game. And yeah, there's not much else to say about it. I'm still kind of digesting the whole thing. So very good. The fine people can find me on this channel for Arvocalists, of course, and also for Esper Genesis, where we're also sort of getting to our end game, at least in this current arc.
Yeah.
About to fight against the corrupted AI. You know, the themes of corruptive technology continue.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Yeah, that's this Friday, and then I'll also be on Unmade Gaming's channel for Alien. We're currently doing an RPG, a horror RPG set in the universe of the Alien movies.
That just corrupts you physically, right? That doesn't, not AI, you know, just,
Nope. Yeah. And that's that. So thank you, chat, for being here and coming along with us. You guys also helped with our experience. So yeah, but I had a good time.
Good stuff. Thanks, Zach. Good work. And yeah, I will see you on Friday for EG. And last but certainly not least, since Dot is not with us, we'll have Dot back next month. You should follow all the things with Dot. Rob, again, also really good stuff. I think it was cool, even though that originally I didn't think that we were going to see Gideon, and then like, oh yeah, that's right, this is Gideon. But I was glad that you got to do that again, because I think it helped also kind of represent what we were doing this for. You know, the kind of freedom that she's talking about and this being shackled. There is, in a way, a very strong sense of Lena trying to get freedom from Savvy and the manipulation that Gideon sort of, for me anyway, as I was thinking about in my head as we were going through it. And you got the chance, of course, to play. I mean, because that's hard, right? To play the person who is despicably manipulative in this way and has such a toxic, deleterious effect, and have to play that. I mean, because you can't just be like, oh, like if you ham it up or something, then it's not really doing justice to what Lena has to deal with. So you have to play Savvy in a vaguely credible, I could be manipulative, maybe I'm telling the truth sort of way, even though I imagine you've got to be like, oh, God, son of a, you know, like playing someone like that has got to be really difficult. So you did very well with that, and not that I'm surprised, but really good stuff. How did you feel about tonight, and where will the lovely folks see you next?
I mean, this whole night has been a fever dream. I have no idea where I am. I have no clue who you people are, but I'm great. I'm gonna go collapse now. No, I'm kidding. I think the only thing I can say about all of that is it's extremely hard for the simple reason that when you don't think that way, especially when you consider yourself somebody who tries to think about the way other people are thinking and feeling and how your words and actions have effects on other people. When you're playing somebody who really doesn't think that way, who in fact thinks in terms of how can this help me, and their actual responses to what I'm doing are not things that I'm causing on them, but they're just impeding what I want.
Mm-hmm.
So they're at fault,
Mm-hmm.
you know, telegraphing their problems back that I'm causing on them to the person they're causing it to. That's the only part that really stands out to me as being extremely difficult, because the words make sense, but the intention behind them, you sort of have to turn your brain off to the way you would normally react to that kind of stuff, and feel a way, like put yourself in a space that is extremely uncomfortable. It's like screaming in the loudest quiet room, you know, it's like, it's just no matter how much you actually are like, this is not who I am. Somebody else has complete control of your arms and legs and is going, yes, I feel like this completely disconnected person from myself. And now I'm going to ruin every bit of your life. And then blame you for it. And it was a very well crafted thing. The only part that I miss, the only part that I think is unfortunate, is because even though we're acting the words and it shows on our faces, none of it really shows in the game. You really only get it through the text. And a lot of, like, on some level, like I want us to be able to, you know, carry off the performance of that kind of thing, but I sort of feel like it's a one minor failure of the medium of this particular game, is that none of this, like, even when there are moments that you would think could show on the facial features of these characters, they really don't the way you want them to, with the moment and the gravitas of the thing that they're talking about.
Right. And they almost have to stylize that a little bit, because I'm thinking probably Detroit Becomes Human is the most incredible, like, facial technology that I've ever seen. And even that ultimately doesn't quite get there. You know, we're still Uncanny Valley a little bit. So
yes, the facial technology of that game is the one saving grace of that. Otherwise, let's not get into it.
But anyway, but I was just focusing on that particularly. But so I agree with you.
But I mean, but that's the thing. But then, you know, inversely, I would say that game got the, you know, the Uncanny Valley, you know, sort of performative aspect of it, the almost Commedia dell'arte-esque version of the physicality of it, and then completely missed everything else, at least for me. Just completely didn't capture the rest of it. But again, I know we're on different sides of that argument. I'm not going to get into it tonight. I'm going to say thank you, everyone, for watching. This was a lot of fun. Again, you know, be sure to find your joy. And hopefully you had some fun with us watching, and hopefully you enjoyed our performances. And I was really glad to be back with this group tonight, and look forward.
That's what a robot would say.
Yes, I have not taken the Higgs boson test.
Your father had an abortion last night.
Your breast.
The pig said to the son that stared at your breast.
Well, my father probably deserved it. Okay. But yeah, I'm Darkside Rob. You can find me at twitch.tv/DarksideRob. I will be casting tomorrow. I'll be playing some, even though Next Fest is technically over today, I'll be finishing up some Next Fest demo playthroughs of some games that are not out yet that I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping to start a playthrough of Elder Lilies, which is a game that just came out on PC and PS4 and PS5. It's like a 2D Metroidvania Souls-like kind of experience, which looks fantastic. I'm really interested to try it out. And I'll also be doing some music production and video production stuff on my stream, including some editing some videos together for my YouTube channel, and working on some music that I will hopefully be releasing soon under my Darkside Rob music title on Bandcamp and other stuff like that. You can find my work on Bandcamp, darksiderob.bandcamp.com, which is a much easier name than what it was before. So I'm very happy about that. You can find me also around the web on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. I have a TikTok account, but I have no posts to it yet, so I will have stuff there soon. And I will be streaming Wednesday through Sunday this week, and you should definitely come check out my channel because we have a lot of fun there. Thanks for having me. It was a good time.
It was good time. Thank you, gentlemen. Best Voice Team on Twitch, as I've said many times. And I will see you folks all. Actually, I'll see Rob also on Saturday for Eberron as we continue that campaign. But as per Genesis Friday, Eberron Saturday, Russ I'll talk with down the road. And of course, we'll see him here for our vocalist. So, gentlemen, chat, can we get some love for them? Gentlemen, wonderful stuff today. For Rob, Zach,
Auf Wiedersehen the same.
and
Goodbye
for
to you
Dot
and
next
you and
week.
you.
Thanks, everybody. Bye for now. All right. And that, folks, is going to do it for us for today. That was really great. I'm glad that we got a chance to do that. You know, one of the things that I also wanted to do, and I'm sorry that Dot wasn't able to make this because it would have been great to see, you know, her and to hear her representation of Lena here. But one of the things that was important to me was to be able to show the Arvocalists range. You know, a lot of the stuff that they do, whether it's, you know, Ace Attorney or whether it's Paper Mario, a lot of laughter, a lot of just having fun with each other and all that stuff. And that's obviously great. And I love doing that too. And there's a very good chance we'll come back to, say, Ace Attorney next month, and we'll do that for a few months, and then we'll go to something else again. So, you know, there's a real chance that we'll do something like that. But I'm glad that we got a chance to play something like this. I don't remember if it was Rock God who recommended Neocab. Somebody recommended that we give this a shot. Or it might have also been Dot, now that I think of it, who herself recommended it. But whoever it was, I'm glad that they did, because it really, I think, sort of showcased what the Arvocalists can do in a more serious vein. And this was dealing with serious subjects. And, you know, and I also liked the writing. I mean, I think there were aspects of it that were a little heavy-handed here and there. And certainly the end of it, I thought, ran a bit long. You know, I thought that the point was made a little bit earlier in that boss fight. But overall, I really liked the way the game was structured. I liked the relationships. I think it was perfectly suited to showcase. It might have been Dot, but it was perfectly showcased, I think, what the Arvocalists could do. So I'm glad that we had this change of pace. And we'll get back to fun times and shenanigans and all that. But this is important, folks. You know, like, I think if games are going to be given the credit that they need to receive, in my opinion, as being critically important drivers of narrative, just in the way that short stories are, that novels are, that novellas and novelettes, that you know, plays and movies and film and all these things that we talk about, all these things that get those sorts of things, if we're going to be able to put forward tabletop role-playing games and video role-playing games and things like that, and video games of different types and games of different types as having that narrative impact, which I believe they do, then we're going to have to be willing to have stories be told that deal with a full panoply of emotions, even when they're complicated and even when they're uncomfortable and even when they are not just we win or we lose, right? And that was the thing about this. It was important to have a game. It's important to have games that leave you thinking, that leave you sort of contemplating, that are not, I don't think that you could qualify that as an awful ending. I think it was a pretty good ending. I think it's an ending that kind of reflects a certain new stance of Lena, new bravery as she moves forward into a new stage of her life. But it's certainly not happy-go-lucky and everything goes great. But I think it's important to be able to have things in games which reflect also those level of complications and complexities. And so that's what narrative is all about. Narrative encompasses a lot, and that's why we love it. It's why it is consolatory, it's educational, that is why it is uplifting, and sometimes that is why it's corrective. Sometimes you read stuff to learn that you got to get right, and you don't sometimes figure that out unless you read it somewhere else. So, or that someone else needed to get right, and you were not the bad person, like you were the victim in whatever the scenario is that's being represented there. And so, yeah, it was nice to see that as well. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Triffid. Actually, it's a very good point. That's true. The breakup, in a way, that's true, because those things are exhausting, right? Those last conversations where you're really sort of detaching the person from you, that's really hard, and it is exhausting and fatiguing beyond belief, and it takes a certain strength to do it, and that's why some people can't get out of those things. So you're right. That's an excellent point. In a sense, that maybe was partially reflective of that, but either way, I'm glad that we did it, and I'm glad that we had all of you along for the ride. But it is now late and it's time for me to go. We had a long day today. For those of you who are wondering and are like, hey, how do I find out more about all this? How do I gather more information? You will see more of the Arvocalists. You'll see more of them, of course, next month. But as far as we're concerned, we will be back here on this channel on Friday with some Esper Genesis, and then Saturday with more D&D with I&B with Eberron continuing. So we got that coming up. It's going to be awesome. And then we've got on Sunday, I think we don't actually have Rising Tides with us this Sunday. For a change, we will sadly not have a Sunday with Brandon, but we are going to have. So we will have that Sunday off. But then we've got that, and then next week we have Adventures of Middle Earth and Talisman Adventures on GOG on Tuesday, and then I believe we have the community D&D folks coming back. Triffid and Rock God, Hoodie, Echo Alpha X5, and Shadowed Mage is the DM, and they'll be back next Wednesday, a week from today now, to do the last community D&D of June, and then we'll be into the month of July, which promises to be very active with a lot of cool stuff going on also. And I would also point out, by the way, that in 5 days we will find out, the Midwest Book Awards will be held, and we'll find out whether or not Icarus has won the graphic novel prize. So I am crossing my fingers and, crossing fingers and toes and all that stuff, and I will hopefully be able to share all of that with you. I think that's a Sunday, right? 24th is Thursday, 25th Friday, 26, 27. No, it's a Monday. So Monday the 28th. So I'm hoping for the best, but either way, it is an honor to be nominated and to have that book have another nomination in as many months, right? So I'm very excited about that. But in any case, if you like what you saw and heard, I've already told you this a million times, so just quickly, please follow the channel. !ArvTube is YouTube. !ArvCourt is Discord. !ArvTweets is Twitter. Website is arvaneleron.com. Financial thing is Arv Shop. !ArvTreon is the Patreon. Subbing to the channel, as some of you did today, really helps the channel, gives us the support that we need. Also, with the Patreon support is really the financial backbone of the channel, so please support us there, and allows me to pay the Arvocalists, for example, as I'm going to go do later on this evening before I go to bed. And then we have got, of course, the publishing !Icarus for that aforementioned Icarus graphic novel from Athos Arts. Athos also the publisher of Greyshade, coming out in a few weeks. The Greyshade Kickstarter, I now have an official date for it. I'll be announcing that on Tuesday, July 6th, so just a couple of weeks away. And then you'll know the official date, but it is going to be late summer, early fall, as I have been saying all along. !Greyshade KS for this. And Library is Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library from Alligator Alley Entertainment, also the sponsors of Esper Genesis, coming up on Friday. Last but certainly not least, as always, BLM is Black Lives Matter, live on your channel on Wednesday night. Awesome! You want to go check out the Rising Tides. Maybe there'll be more chromatics going on, because I was watching that and Brandon's stream was awesome. I was really enjoying your playthrough of that as I was lurking in the background watching. But anyway, BLM, Black Lives Matter, extremely important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives, hugely important and never more important than these days. And Help Now, which is the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when they need help and to reach out to others when you need help as well. That's going to do it for me. No raid tonight. It's super late. I want to thank my wonderful mods, Rock God, Shadowed Mage, Rising Tides, Triffity Mats. Thank you to the wonderful mods, and I'll say to Shadowed Mage that I hope you're feeling better, man. Thank you so much to my subscribers as well, to Rock God, Shadowed Mage, Rising Tides, Triffity Mats, Configuration Queen, Mrs. Dunsel, and thank you to my viewers. Thank you to Crit Twitch. Thank you to Dr. Laser Falcon, of course. Thank you to Liquid Pyre, Sad Girl, you Christensen, and Yamickle. And special thanks again to, okay, feel better, man. And special thanks again to my wonderful Arvocalist. Dot, we'll have you back next month. But thank you so much to my wonderful Arvocalists of Russ Grubman, of Zach Clay, and of Darkside Rob. Wonderful voice actors. I'm lucky to have them, and we will have them back here next month. That's it for me. I'll see you lovely folks on Friday. Go check out Brandon tomorrow night, but I'll see you Friday night for Esper Genesis. Until then, everyone, be good to each other. Good night.
I could take us there. We could be aware of our existence that floats within the air. All we wanna find, just some peace of mind, just a space to consider our own good time. It's that gap that's lost, the price, pay the cost, and the choices we made between both of us. In the space between, you and I had seen what was true and real and what it all would mean. Light that shone upon me till it was gone. All of when I was found and then lost beyond. In the flow of this, all we have with this, all the time that we shared within all of this.